Wabatele Accra FM, mommy.
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti garafuru kube punti mpunasi sokode. Wakachira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mni yanko.
Bema, akwaba ya odu jimeni. Onuna training wa police college. Onuna oba beye CID so oma police CID for a raid in Ifie on 2 occasions. Because ononi wa fase Faustina Champon abeka Faustina ejiwa kudu asando kofi abeka chose wa ye bibia wonti ase to the police for bams na me twen amasa da yedu asem wo court na me say me for because now you trumped up because of unipa bonesem they say wa babonti ye be hia babia ye be hia no ye be sort ye ho out na fi say o mafie da kwase ampani dana mo ba sia di be afi na wo kototo ntare tete kwa tare kura na oni bi fe na me ye pimpam tare ama wo start say wo sua enam wi me na wo de me wi nam wa no su se nwa kwasea won ye nan obi keka fa wo ono right a common person who must do catch wo bowdua me suma bowdua me dia yanta bochrewa eni anyama abowdua se asema wonu ho hwe na wo fa ho gu mani mu ase obi a me na metete wo ye obi a na obi se obedu sa position wo nwa ba policeman hu na wo tell na wonya tumi ni ma babonten me am training was commandant ma babonten iti wonya kwan crime scene ni etuo any cars abesani fie o islego nyame betua oka said ya banti en kanche obetua ma bodua se da bia besu da ye o densu ma na besu so da ye no dua no benyawo menim se benyawo so na wo befie me best fie 12 years ni obi anka me ho asem da ba won kwasea obuko tena ho no na wo ye won yisa yi no won de aba nipa bebre ni asasema wura no kan ye na brante en kan fa ono no kure eduaba krofo abro woni ewu awa ma nipa okunkum nipa woni nkwada akoye meeting se momfa krofo bi nko se mo kope am robes amoku ni na mete nipa amoko se meeting na amoko plan ye nyina minimo na mi se ho asem beba daachi mfie dum ye ni am ba fi obi anka me ho asem boni won se wo nyen si abonten kra na nipa e kan ho asem nipa wokuo mu nyina omoja beba oso sika wo wie nyina aye gold ni cash nyina wonni no oda fom nyambe tua oka kwasea
Wabatele Accra FM, mommy. Wabatele Accra FM, mommy.
Wa mabe aborna wum lahbal nyaxsum asbir dalat kurga yo point ne pergele nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah ni nyatin ban yabga ka borna ay wun ya to nyaxsum ko tekane ban la akum nana Bobie Ansah ka buhum lahbal suma tumban yabga nana Bobie Ansah wun nyatin ban yabga o tekane kan yarama o te ne bjelba atia nyanwu oteba onyelo mabia nana Bobie Ansah tumban yabga nyu
inkuku ya kabang adibiara durefu ya wo fere na fu na nso ya asase durefu ya wo fere ne siw adenti efisa asase ne panyin opanyin ne hira opanyin ne Kwabena Bobie Ansah sasere kukuku da bi ochi mekwan no di nkampro obebare be ya na wabebare daily graphic ne daily guide memunsam asai magana fu eje na kurum muntie eje ntetirichi onamoso adoto nsura akorokraw gana fu se ubeshi akwache wo kwanchen no bema achinchen ache wo kwanchen de eni ankako awrukwa chakra chinchen no ma ne yechin achinchen na se poto ni be poto kasa mafia na efi potofi nti gana fu nti Bobie se obi abo ma wabo ni bi mu watu Bobie na obi so obesan abo bia boni bi na dan obobia gana fu beti amanye sempa Bobie wona gana fu nanti ubiribiri wona won nanti umprempren mo nanti ubiribiri nanti umprempren.
All right, live in Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Ya mamunyi na ya ha mamu akwaba ene ye ukua da baby bia wo bia no Yada mwase some of them wafidi ato Accra FM. My name for asema eye koforidia ada for baby be a motomen kabia new job in South. Yada mwase pa aboso kan for madam mwase also in a central region Benya FM for more biem ewo tamale mo amote yanka ewo tamale moso yada mwase ene ewie Ajuma bebre wo ha ye beye and yes ye bedi nkomo no tu onya ntwae nkomo no tu onya ntwae enti ye bedi nkomo Maria Adam as usual journey NS Taifa osi akwaba NS ye minua kontronchi mamponi we minua me cousin and ye fie de obi ka ye osno no MPP for so obviously, but I hope saying no obi anim baby I don't know ekikakro and maka some way say bedru baby no na say ye nyina yamfe na yansi from say omaya e di asembe badabi e di asembe badabi. And then we read baby about Dr. Professor from Boatin extract report no, and it was so shocking to see say Kwabena me of a professor from Boatin register in fact neba and a register company no for imports and exports. Any other trading activities. Yes, sir. Your friend say, sir, company no, and an ebano edekoje concession, mining concession under NDC regime. Omdekoje mining concession under NDC in 2014, and a professor from Boatin and Professor from Boatin Bano ne company no your friend is Symphony and Symphony Limited no na Professor from Boatin was shares ewum ne me Agnes from Boatin and also was shares ewum as directors. Then in 2014 in 2014 and almost a free friend say company nimu edema one a gentleman be a friend yabedu. Okay, so yeah, the issue about say omo directors na yemi nwa incorporated company in 1990. The objects of the company no and how they were able to use it. Edinya mining sites, concessions. So more A2 gold no. So in the first place, Dr. From Boatin in the family share gold business as a and my way. So a whole lot. And sometimes when reading your money, you ask yourself so many questions whether Ghana can survive in the next few years to come, whether 10 years, whether 20, whether 30, whether 40 years to come. I mean, you ask yourself questions. And my fear is when it looks like a connivance, a cartel. You can find some of them in the opposition party. You can find some of them in the ruling party. And they tell you, don't talk about it. And it's sad. Yes. So open power. You need to prove to people that look, I am different. And yeah, we have two devils now. I keep on saying this. We are dealing with two evils. The lesser one is the NDC, and the bigger devil is Akufo-Addo MPP. When you look at the MPP track record, so when we are talking, we know that we are not talking about say obi kronkron chen obi. Both parties need human institutions, but you share the magnitude of obia adia oye. And in any case, as a Ghanaian, just imagine, last time I told you that if Nanado buy no amfa ye domestic airlines airport, amfa a private individual like Magdan to benefit, or in a bush for any ma ADD, every on my ejapade hon, and then Kwanusu see a terminal 3 to say that your mama see and I'll be glad. I won't sit here and criticize him. I won't be on his neck because your mind in church ye kwaye nim. Sana President Bisu be after Nanado. No so akoye bi e de asikumase terminal 3 ni bi. Nti by the next 50 years you can imagine said the Ghana besia here. This is all that we are talking about. We are not asking for more. We are asking say your taxpayers money yemfa nya adwuma to the benefit of the whole country. All right, so that's it. Yanko next. Yanko tie a next formra. Emmanuel Tawia, I will touch my south. Thank you. Kwajofi Agba is here. Kofi and this is joining us. Greetings to John Evans Kumoji, PC for Kwabena North. All right, so Agbanyaga Naftali is here. And Yadamunina ase. Madika any more din komo and Debia Ebedin komo me can sembi achiremo. Personally, say next for a 3-hour Musikama CMGI. It doesn't go to my pocket. But I have interest. I want Koma Omni Ghana for aid in. And what is the interest? The interest is that at the end of the day, Omo Munis and Juma Benyans and Jumaye. Not necessarily say Benyans and Jumaye. Even we are cratching, we are rubber or a bank or Juma be papa be a year. But you see, sometimes if you're near market and get here and say, just imagine the weekends. We a bank manager and Saturday one Juma. My minister be our year Juma or a big hospital be facility be on also Juma. Then the two of you decide say, oh, and any year maybe a seminar kakra ufi. Kwajo for webra. It brings some joy and happiness in the house. You know so cry come our area no a day. Because more you know moody di mo common one a build a bond. So me interested. My interest is that what would you know? Not only listening to political talks. And you know but at the end of the day when you listen to this you go home with something. Thank you. George Ajoni Chema Kwaba
Nana ye near
Pacho Kwaida form
Nana Medasupa Edikano Yebetia T4 Yesre a network for societal transformation aye Tranitia a fray nest so the abribia moti ye huasama na wie so wasuguswa utie Yesre ebia na ene de dikan ya oti ye huasama eye edwumeku a Juma yedia ne se ye kyerɛkyerɛ enyume bi a onipa bia betimi ayebi aka na juma oye ho ye kyerɛkyerɛ enoma simple bi a onipa bia betimi ayebi abra ohia se obenye sika kɛseɛ bia ansa na wahyase nyame adom project ye hyase 15 years ni ayemfa so amenipa bebre ɛwɔ mayi mu ɛya na bosome bia ye tide da kuresi ho ɛyɛ business and empowerment workshop na me bosome no yen training program a ye no ebeba so on Saturday 13th May yesre ye yisa da na si ho a ye de be kyerɛkyerɛ eneme bi a onipa bi a betimi ayebi aka adwuma a ɔyɛ ho ene no ba bi wiase kɔ no so nipa tenase on one source of income a ya na etimi dia ho kyerɛ ba pa enema ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye ne so sebe ebia na obesuasua wonfa nya dwuma obitimi aye ne fie na one abusunya mo yisuma ade enye bibia na hese atiska na yetona bonten adwen a etai dwumedi a ya na bosome bia de da kuresi ho kyerɛkyerɛ no adwen a etai kyerɛ no yesre on Saturday 13th May ye de sada yesi ho a ye de ye one day business and empowerment workshop yesre ebia na utieme na sebe wapadwuma che bibi nti unye bi nye eya brabi ebitimi ayemfaso pa ebi kra na utieme na wadrum penin fie so wako pension ope adwuma bi aye program a eba so on Saturday 13th May no yesre fa ho hyemu bi na ebetimi ayemfaso pa dwumedi kase yi ebekoso wa Accra he ya National Theatre ewo Accra he ya na dwumedi yi ebekoso on Saturday 13th May ebi kra na utieme na sebe oye housewife program yi be patch of ahohyemu bi na ebetimi ayemfaso dwumedi a yebekirekire kwane a yefaso ye enyume ya mede betudwe yi Ansah na mede nyuman betudwa no ebia na oteka mu kra na utieme mesra odikan fa number yede tudwe kra Ansah bomodin afa number yede tudwe yi network for societal transformation eya na ye kirekire enyuma onipa bia betimi ayebi aka adwuma oye ho no ye ho asem na otie me patch of number yede tudwe wo nu bi wo babi wapa adwuma che onye bi ne amanemra bi ebi kra na oye adwuma ope enyuma bi aka de oye no ho yesre eya abra bi me patch of number no 0244 474093 0244 474093 0244 474093 yesterday on Saturday 13th May me chiremu ya memenda ebei ni 2 weeks ya de sada na si ho a ya de ye 1 day business and empowerment workshop a training program a ya be chire kwane a ya faso ye enyume ya me de ba today a practical training program our National Theatre ya be chire kwane ya faso prepare liquid soap enje bread within some few minutes no ayawie hair shampoo ya be chire said ya prepare no on the 13th May our National Theatre hair conditioner setting lotion styling gel after wash Ansah ya be chire said ya prepare no sa na eme nyina ye niam anipehia ewo ye ndada acetinum parazone fresh yogurt fluffy ice cream and also ye be chire ne ye ewo training program yi ase cola drink malt communion wine pizza soya kebab meat pie cakes sa na eme nyina enje bread menim se ne me bi koso adwenim ubisa hu se program ye be de ne yesua ni me nyina adakro enioma ye kire ne ye no enje brekra e very simple within some few minutes na why wie liquid soap enje bread shampoo conditioner setting lotion styling gel after wash Ansah parazone yogurt fluffy ice cream cola drink malt communion wine sani me nyina enje bread enunti na ye kire said ye no on Saturday 13th May ye besan a kire kwane a ye faso prepare ring donut ya pe agree kanimdifo a ombeba program yi ase aba kire said ye dua imre mechre mushrooms snails enwayen eno so aba kire kwane ye faso ye enwa catfish any tilapia honey mechre ewo simple biogas ekwane abetimi a generate wa gas kakra 3D epoxy organic fertilizer organic weedicide bar soap senior me mature laundry soap and also ye betre said ye prepare no alata samina emulsion paint washing powder banana bread tracking device biodigester mature ejananya of flashia na ashi stain remover the chat work cry a Dettol anase antiseptic menim se eneme bi koso adwenim ubisa hu se bede ne yesua we nyina da kro yesre a training program a ya na bosome bia ya de da kro si ho e kire niema onipa bia betimi ayebi na me bosome no niema we na ye be kire ne ye e National Theatre on Saturday 13th May me patch of ahohyemu bi na ebetimi ayemfaso ubisua ebia wonfa nya dwuma ubetimi aye ne fie na mo yusu amanaboa ebusua menim se ubisa se dwumedi ehun hyehyɛ te sɛn ehun sikasɛm te sɛn adwen a etai program yi achi ne sɛ ebɛyɛ mfaso ama nipa ede wo ho bɛhyɛ mu nyinaa registration for nneɛma ye kyerɛ ne nyinaa no sɛ de abribia program yi tie ne bibia nsesae ɛda so ayɛ 250 Ghana cedis 250 Ghana cedis siketwie bia nka ho biem yenye mobile money so in advance there be said the program etieno yenye mobile money shall see any save towards this program no airbaso on Saturday 13th May Saturday we ni 2 weeks and a jumedi bebaso ewa Accra here National Theatre the nyira kwankra baby a utibia ofo Accra Central car now see Novotel National Theatre ewa hwa ana impo usitama station wo fa feature ho bisabo fra cross up National Theatre obia ebechiro me pacho fa number ne bio number no 0244 474093 0244 474093 0244 474093 said the edi kan Bobie registration for enuma ye kire ne nyina no said the abibia tie bibia nsesai 250 cedis yenye mobile money nyame yadoma on Saturday 13th May oba program yase e National Theatre na odosikaba aba register e program no ase hwa ye best start jumedi anopa 8 o'clock ye kire ne mewia ensaye ye sanse refio honti ye videos kama ye dia to pen drive so ye be chamo bia me pacho video no ye nton ye free ni nyina she 250 cedis registration oba with the babano emu niema be kire ne nyina ye hu videos ye dia to drive so ye hu books ye tintim kwane ye faso ye enyume nyina natural liquid soap, shampoo, conditioner, setting lotion, styling gel, after wash, Izal, Parazone, yogurt, fluffy ice cream, cola drink, malt, communion wine, pizza, soya kebab, meat pie, cakes, ring donut, mushroom, snails farming, catfish, tilapia, honey, biogas, 3D epoxy, organic fertilizer, organic weedicide, bar soap, alata samina emulsion paint, washing powder, banana bread, tracking device, biodigester, stain remover, and a Dettol. Enyuma we nyina ye hu video sa ye dia to drive so e be chama obi ame pa cho ye nton said ya bibia program etie no sa na tie ene hu books ne certificates a e dia dance se obi ba jumedie bi ne nyina hye 250 cedis registration a o ba program ya sia we de baba no emu yesre kai said date no e Saturday 13th May memenda we ni 2 weeks shasie na plane na prepare ho a change medie de betimi ayemfaso kese e de amabusuya venue e ya Accra here National Theatre ye be shasie anapa 8 o'clock ye wia ye be kire ba bia woni e be binya raw materials ni nyina biato said the program na chi no obi pese de na djuma akope raw materials ni bi na ode ahye da djuma asefefe containers ahodo gallons ahodo kwane faso market products ne nyina so ye be kire empo kwane faso register adjuma wa ban mu ye be kire ne nyina e wo djumedi ase on Saturday 13th May yesre kaise a network for societal transformation ya na ye kire nsa no adjuma no ye me bosume program no date near Saturday 13th May venue a National Theatre said the abribia tiano time no a napa 8 o'clock registration for enuma ye kire ne nyina no that's why 250 cedis bibian kan ho biem ye nya mobile money so in advance shall na prepare towards this program oba program na sia na odo registration fee no aba abetua ewo dwumedie no asie nim se ebe ye mfaso kese e dia mabusua ene o mayesre emfa ho so bi ni matwere anase obi ni makenkan se dia otie bia brabi na be ye mfaso me pa cho meje mu amana na yi bomodin afa number no die twatro bomodin afa number yi e 0244 474093 0244 474093 0244 474093 yebehwe manim on Saturday 13th May nana me pacho me dase
aja yeso dase se ode ye de obo ba school no to say
nana me pacho nyame adom
Oh, okay.
Amanfo energy ho a omoba eyemfa so ma wo mpa.
I see. All right. Yeah, that's me.
And I miss with us.
All right, live in Accra 100.5 citizens. So you're signing my share bio. Young Kwai.
Inkuku ya kabang adibiara durefu ya wofre na fu na nso ya asase durefu ya wofre ne siw adenti efisa asase ne panyin opanyin ne hira opanyin ne Kwabena Bobie Ansah sasere kukuku da bi ochi mekwan no di nkampro obebare be ya na wabebare daily graphic ne daily guide memunsam asai magana fu eje na kurum muntie eje ntetireci onamo so adoto nsura akorokraw gana fu se ubeshi akwache wo kwanchen no bema achenchen ache wo kwanchen de ene ankako awrukwa chakra chenchen no ma ne yechen achenchen na se poto ni be poto kasa mafia na efi potofi nti gana fu nti Bobie se obi abo ma wabo ni bi mu watu Bobie na obi so obesan abo obia boni bi na dan obobia gana fu beti aman yesem sempa Bobie wona gana fu nanti ubiribiri wona won nanti umpremprem mo nanti ubiribiri nanti umpremprem.
For those who are interested in warmongering, I want to tell them that their agenda will never see the light of day. Madam Speaker, let me say that Ghana will not die. Ghana will live. Ghana will live to give glory and thanks to our Maker and Creator, the Almighty God.
Okay, so at for and obi no fear no be sending me video be. Na video no yeah. There was this gentleman. Yeah. Sir boxes punching bag no. Na when the background is Sunday me no. And I say me was said the Akufo-Addo is he fight Galamsey. Though funny, but okay, so yeah, could have quite sure idea. Though funny, let's say initially Mesre pa, but we try to do this I shall do and you see and so they are just shouting, telling people that you're quite Galamsey, and this is the way they are doing it. Would you see rainbow fighting Galamsey? This is the way. It is a unyanya concept ni as to how they are fighting the Galamsey. No, this is the way they are creating an impression. Say, "Wamu ye bibi," and to chamo dinachi, you will think like, "Hey, be inside one and ibra bro or Jim or Kran and Yasim kwa or boa or Yashe or Unquasasima Odi." So Unquasasem. So this is how Akufo-Addo Baumia. Gabinom, including their media partners, Isamens. Wow, so this is how they are fighting Galamsey. And I am very busy for nothing. Maxwell Ali, thank you. Very busy for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. They are doing nothing. Busy for nothing. Busy doing nothing. Omo nyashe. Omo bo punching bag no keke. No we say and omo bo no omo sre. Sana Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia no on this Galamsey matter. Sana omo creating an impression so omo ye bibi. Omo ko Galamsey, but they know in their hearts, in their minds, they know that they are lying. They just decided somebody using a year Galamsey as an avenue to steal Ghanaians. That's all. That's what they did. All right, but I couldn't do it later, so that's okay. All right, thank you. My main concentrating konkoye Juma. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Yamamu na ha emamu akwaba mo join here on Facebook. Edamwase Omar Abdullah. I think it would Eduji's name is like Eduji put together. Yes, I also think same. Though me share bit about Aminu Osmanu says busybody Joseph Buaben is here on our Facebook and the Cran, and so our Kennedy Ken, and so Ewa say on our Facebook. Enzo Phillips is here on our Facebook page. Thank you so much. But I'm serious business. You didn't come over bebre. A free young fan say on social media it started around I think Saturday, Sunday about these issues. And let me state this. And now me panel members, there is nothing in a Professor Boateng reporter. There is absolutely nothing. Issues about Gabi's involvement, God watcher Dako's in America. No. Issues about God watcher Dako's involvement. Issues about your friend say Jubilee House involvement. Kojo Pong Krumanum. Your friend say Kojo Pong Kruma video no. Kojo Ponkruma de almost Kojo Ponkruma to Galamsey no. Kojo Ponkruma no Sanya mani nyina. So bibia ni wa ewo mu a yenim. Yeah, just do it for me. Bibia wa report no bia no yenim. Ya kan wasam
wo pon kuma site machine si ku an mo na nye gweri omo ye adwuma ntino pra no hwedo ma yin su pra no brama na jipa adaji metima wuram because security tough for my society macho for that site no di me ho se me pe adwuma he Ansah no so me koye libra na ja metima he den enya wuram pra machines no wa pack this wo mo ye adwuma Chinese phone site ni oh how the Chinese phone are how mo ye demand plan no ma ye ni sa ye fra of a children as plan ho mo ye demand scavators nko 50 year o mo ye demand no enye yi sa ene na metima manager na say Chinese phone wo fe me ya pa so ma demand you know ka we na me dia he dey media amount upon Kroma mining site ni ono no de Chinese phone aba be sha no mu je adwuma o mu machines places woni ni na ye adwuma ye say apart oh you see e sha ha wa o ma ye ni group side by side no mo ye de o mu di ye adwuma you know ka video we na me ama pa me kufa di na bo upon Kroma site ni machines ku an mo na ye gweri ɔmo yɛ adwuma nti no pra no hwɛ dɛ ɔma yɛ nsu pra no brama
ayɛ ɛnneɛma a yɛnim ne dadaada yɛaka saa ɔmo sɛn nsase no ɔmo sɛn nsuo no baasɛdeɛ na mekae no the only thing worth discussing about this matter is that the gang leader the president of Ghana now, a mistaken president, mistakenly. I don't know how, but sometimes and sometimes me bomb prayer me to me be saying I say God, why allow this guy called Akufo-Addo to become president at this bad time? Why do you allow criminals to take over a country like Ghana? Why allow a reckless 78-year-old man to take over a country like Ghana? What culture say what do? Why? A prayer topic. I mean jaida. When I wake up in the mornings, me inquire eradime dawase. And I will keep on asking God same questions. Probably one day, a biamenya won't answer from why. Why? But I'll come there. Maybe Baba Yewa Jumano later. JMO Bar Pro and na problem no or can send me my own social media gidi about a galamsey. Fire no to a mama, me the Baba camp galamsey no. Say JM say NDC winia or more akotu galamsey or my jelly omuno obey you omunina. Last week as the last 2 weeks me kai. And me pesa me ma NDC 40 as I say fanye a policy a statement. Fanka manifesto ho. Obi bia watu galamsey ya Akufo-Addo na tum NDC winia say jai sa nkrofo no. They have done nothing because look, yent mean tra omamu se abusua baako pe. Greed or yanyamo awo greed mu na ya wo mo pesa minkuminya bone yantimi ntra omamu emma abusua baako pe eno oma yonkufo emfa oman agudie illegally. Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, all these people, they have been cited, mentioned by their own MPP people. That they are into galamsey. Uzi, and more. And to my brother be a tibe, or no tenasa. So just imagine so be free chebi. No twema free chebi ekọ asantemam no akwa tuwo in agudie no ade ayeyi kwase asa no ayeyi no de nam no obonebo wosi di pa no ti da asase no so no ono de ma ontu bi anidi otu bi didi a no wa me akwakene ni ajeli no China ni ba betu a na yesi ya China ni no na mo adware national tare na ba airport no befo eye flight no okọ yakoka na osafo mafo a very useless reckless man na ono gira ho ka kire ye say ye the Chinese ni tumu a emfaso bai ene ebenya na o jeli Ghana ni no ye yamfaso Ghana ni no a o jeli no ye yamfaso. And you are talking rubbish. This week, Nanka person me kono cool, but that's okay. Anyway, Nanama around our menko. So, JM, ya no meba so but jam arezi issue yango tie agimai manu on national health your friend say insurance, national health insurance yango tie agimai manu but menu be adwuma bi so about ECG.
We also have
challenges.
From the end user point of view, it looks like health insurance is not working in our country at the moment. I'm a patient and I know what it is. And I interact with a lot of people, not only my constituency, not only my region, but elsewhere. And the complaints that are coming about how those who are subscribed to health insurance are treated. We also have challenges. From the end user point of view, it looks like health insurance is not working in our country at the moment. I'm a patient and I know what it is. And I interact with a lot of people, not only my constituency, not only my region, but elsewhere. And the complaints that are coming about how those who are subscribed to health insurance are treated in almost all our facilities. To the extent that even CS, some are paying more than 1,000 cedis from their pockets in quite a number of our facilities now, when that is on the health insurance benefit package list. And it's a sad thing. Those of us like you can afford. So health insurance was not done because of us. I mean, those of us, the middle class. But the very poor people in that village down there. It's a very sad situation. The plea is that, yes, health insurance delays payments, but of late they are paying small, let me use that phrase. So why should I use that harsh word? Extort from the poor patients. You understand what catastrophic expenditures are. So we need strategies, not from the DG alone, not from anybody in the ministry headquarters, but how we can get cheaper implants to supply for people to use so that they get out of these challenges. So we need your help. Help in terms of how you can make access cheaper so that we save ourselves the little money we can keep on ourselves to take care. Help in terms of...
All right, so Nanama, I don't know your experience about this national insurance. I mean,
but a story last week in the bay.
Yeah.
Or meet Ashanti region, or meet health officials.
Okay.
And what didn't say way to ja. And I work as a health insurance no. Or my receive complaints be say subscribers ne acquire accept it.
Yeah.
Now no one should to me say payment need delay. It is a who could health insurance card now the call a government and as a private here omonje. I've so be quite seeing him say maternity so qua.
But Nana, last year, even as at 2020, now for catch up said national insurance scheme the egu, and they were insulting us. So
that's on no the course. On no the course. The NTI accept.
Because what can pay a year sika a free a year various taxes mu eco national health insurance scheme. What can pay na dey can call presidency. Yes. Omo kape.
Sikana. Yes. Yadima health insurance.
Yes. Sikanwa. Say, on say.
Providers, service providers.
There be on say. So what are there?
Levy, you see our health insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah, levy.
Omo jiji sikani nyina GR4 jiji sikanwa. Instead says sikana ebeko a friends NH
fund ni mu no. Na okay.
Omo akape no. Obi sending me figures no, and I hope the person is listening to me because me losing contact of those. Nobody they can call Jubilee House
because I fogu.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I fogu. Because health insurance levy here because of Sebi ayari fogu.
Me say
ayari for more bogu Jubilee House.
Official. I think 2020 budget or 2019. Your friends say service providers now they can help us with this.
But service providers Kwabena what is mokasa.
Yes. In my interview before Christmas last year.
Officially Kwabena.
Yes, officially.
Said enough first health insurance service providers for year the day and no year the day sir.
Well, anyway, your question is legit.
And because you are
your question is legit.
Because
I
what is said first, no, one of the statements about threatening warning, day, ma ukuta health insurance now uba can who say cash and carry. When was the last time service providers what they say? One of the official statement about to just abide the womuka.
You have a point.
I'm accepted, but I'm bad one time I can't check Ghana for.
You have a point.
What's that can we say? Even facilities be bring so crown ma wo kwamura one more day microphone patients na fake. Once I was say interview last year. Ghana Pharmaceutical Council for unim say exchange rate buy no. Almost the statement ba say they be kwa say the influx of South fake drugs ebe boss wo Ghana ha say enti abane so wo mase me ye hu interview wo news so me kai pa say woni unso ye hu interview so enne onu anu mutom say enne wo ko various health facilities chese nu a omudi ma patients na ye fake
but you see unima dia me yawo akufu ado ne nkrofo when they are faced with challenges with problems self-inflicted ones na omatene complain actually citizens no they complain bitterly about the situation to us. Then you ask yourself say omo pese ya ne enko solve na say what are they trying to tell us?
Because Kwabena ebi na make health insurance service provider ne ma out emeka say 3 months ni 6 months ni 9 months ni abane de ne ka ono memeka yo eti health minister ka say a delay kura etua but wono challenges a wo fam wo no wa ama meka at the end of the day no ombeso no mu de egu so ama wo yes service provider no wo no timamufo no aba benya ho tan ohun aba be yeshi omu twa ntro no omu be bo ntro no so amana ba be dane no kure e wotimamu ni aso.
All right, so you got here Rajon Mama okay. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, Nanama, but I think say John Mama wanna problem na raise say Ajimameni should resign. Okay. Yeah. Young go tie nimra.
What the National Health Insurance, and I want to tell the minister, he himself has admitted that he has failed. Because if he's not been able to grow the National Health Insurance and he says it has failed, then he has no business being the Minister of Health. He should resign. Because today, if you take the National Health Insurance card, you get nothing in the hospital. And most of the hospitals are turning the National Health Insurance card bearers away because they are not paying their claims. The whole of this year into last year, all the treatment that National Health Insurance gave to the card bearers, they have not been paid for it. And so how do you expect them to continue treating them? The minister must resign. I was a minister Nijani Jumato. If we say ultimately share apomudin, yapomudin so. On our case say Oko Hospital on find the card and cobium. If we say National Health Insurance, no the card no car. Unya she Oko paracetamol lumpo unya. This is Oko drugstore koto. If we say hospitals no almost share National Health Insurance card holders now. A buying and send to your car. Ain't now almost so a fair omufi. What they almost share National Health Insurance card holders now. A buying and send to your car. Ain't now almost so a fair omufi.
So Nanama, some Minister of Health. Eka chere say ono kra no ne oko hospital say onfa ne card nko because say okwa enya dia hospital no beje
treatment or yakwa ne sabeka.
Okay, so which means onu wosika they have a mass wealth or wosika or dibetua. What about the ordinary citizen at Aboso Kai in Kumase or Boise Tamale, Boga, Takrade, or no so yada.
It's in the voice, no bakwa or say, Sa health insurance, me adeno. Ya nyama middle class yes, or can in our room. Name the vulnerable. Omo asebe omo ni bie no ene ye de ma omo answer former president John Mahama e can say the whole of last year be pim May service providers ye oyentua omo ka
yentua
omo ka ba Kwabena omo nka eti minister na nya ni free wanye freedom wa fa ne fala because we are service provider wa ko free no wo adwumayefo private clinics facilities bebre on ma omo so accept omo je wa ye adwuma afi a whole 12 months once the Kwabena ntua ma on ka hwe but say the minister no creating pressure we twan for nyini bi ama Ghana fo hu say e delay Kwabena ntua nti mumu ye ni pabonefo o say adenti na mu bon ordinary Ghanaian wo bon atiri modern because won ka ba Kwabena eya no ma ka kwakwa say former president John Mahama memu abreso Manchester health ifwe service providers si ma ye no ka 3 months deda wo be ye wo Ghana ha say no but say no wo nji o wo accept but wo nka ho hwe etimi health insurance me ba mi nya bi da me ba sa health insurance me nya bi ma ne da me wo no na me ma me ya lo be ka kire me say private hospital bi a woko etimi mi nim emu asem but wo service provider no wona wa boka it is one man me kan me tie no me den me hu de ekoso but o ma yedi.
Okay, so Ansah Paul send you a message because what I've observed under Nanado and Bawumia government is that majority of Ghanaians who are in transacting business with government, that is the various are afraid to voice out their grievances because if they do, Nanado and Bawumia will collapse their businesses.
And
it's true, they'll come after you.
But a situation, a whole group, they
will target the leadership.
And the leadership will also cry because they said some the leadership from at home. And there be a was and so it be a various association, various groups, no leadership in our matter. Oma to woman in leadership no ma bonte memeka because e bia wo we service provider wo no awo mi kro ma fija ase mampon wo wadwusu wo be kwa no ne ade wo na wo suffer but mu various association leaders on there do ma no omo na ban na to wo mu enti wo mu no omo represent mu no a e wo so bu voice out omo kasa no wo no how wo na mu
but Nanama would you say with this Akufo government the issue is about yato mu nko because minimum crofo look from Boatin sha say wo kasa obi to say Professor from Boatin and then a be see obedient trust among for sending no threats messages and the life is in danger. Do you remember Manasa Azuri?
South Africa and not here.
The same thing under this same Akufo rogue government. You remember your friend say
Akwayo Mukunu wa Medina
Ahmed
Swale
and other issues are so most of me Nana I want to have a problem no one the intimidations, the threats, and that media practitioner be framing from one of the media houses when your oil story be but usru
so obey
usru so obeka because there are some Jubilee houses guys involved, there are some security guys no framing, and I'm catching and say look under normal circumstance I'll tell you give it to me I'll do it but yeah na omunkunejai esronu a modeti kroma Kwabena unimu enkrofo omkobo mama na ekra ombe yiwadi and I'm saying so can't you endure we are Juma Prince FM despite you were there so what we are more multimedia you were the only thing is say you were say Juma Rusika akofa and I say bia obi ebe ya advert no akosia no kwema kwa jiska no na wadi and I say with the company no akwa ye dubious business be but if Juma Ru say yamfa a laptop Ansah also yamfensia no so antiase ntino so where dey say big deal
ko baby
where dey big deal Kwabena dey nam look sorryness wa anya me mebo odi me man na otwe wa anya mebo odi am obi ahunu say una sorry we wo ho na wa anya but you see after talking to him no me tiase the threats osro and I say omono so no say MPP for your media they want to go there they want to belong to. That is where the problem is. That is where the problem is coming from. So I'm on full throw to talk. And within the next 2 minutes, me know by exercise ways here. Because these are young professionals, graduates. Wako school. Obi school no. a physician assistants, right? Oh, yeah, school. When you're Jumanye, then they decided, say, okay, so we have, I mean, a legal alternative. Yeah, the big pushy asem. Say media phone fee. So be and can be my we have another way of going around it. Let's go to town. Now yanko say abino because we are taxpayers. Yanko say abino. At the end of the day, they were arrested. I don't know, say omu demu ma de chinyo say adanwa na omu yuomo because me who Oliver Baker Vomao messages be. So the point is say what be omo put fear in these young ones. Or be so go friend me say yanko demonstration and I say picketing. Also you get it. So even the NHIS or NHIS service providers, they are injecting fear into them.
Basani ebumai.
Well, and this is another matter. But let me go straight. Obu Benis, Ajete. Ajate. What is the difference between Ajete and Ajate?
Okay, Ajate, mostly for first newborns or free the Gandang beside.
Okay.
From Shy Hills Honum area, yes.
Oh, okay.
And Ajete near the actual gun.
Oh, okay. Ajate. Okay, so she's the PRO, physician assistance group. We have Redeemer, Do member physician assistants. I was say Do Akwaba. All right, so let me come back to a PRO, Madam Benis. Benis, so quick one. Yes, I do. My main car man for say. Many graduates, right? Physician assistants. Yeah, omu here a juma aye. Omo uncle bokrono omo nyehwe. Okay, so what we heard, they say omo aye picketing. To tell the government, say, look, yes, the mama baby she, matra de mwache, mabre. For whatever reason, they were arrested. And the no come any animal baba bedi. Maybe you ebe feed into the discussion and I'm in anama eye. So what tamala, what yanka on Dagban FM, more boga and Cape Coast for on Benya FM. And Kranza for Soil of Fabia FM on our affiliate stations across the country. Now let me come back to Benis. Benis, tell us what happened.
Madam was baby, no matter what chef one so no wati for us. First of all, no matter say me a member of the communications committee for the unemployed physician assistants.
Okay.
And see, they see and say we've been waiting for some time. Ya check. Say abayini be postie after ye internship ye permanent license say they will be timi aye adwuma we are certified say we be adwuma enti severally na your association your mother association any ministry of health echo meetings omuko bia most of the time omo assurance sometimes omo sign the memorandum of understanding na say omo be postie now so up till now aye ka say bibia ensisa na da a man ye ya pa ye adwin say we say picketing ne say akoye to say other ones ni via ebi mu wo ha ye be portal ne mom aye postium now so physician assistants for nkwade say ka say ye be share way back from omunya license from 2020 up till now emu ba kokra mu ha ya postium mpo say omunkono munko ye adwuma.
Yeah.
Na se yeka se yetena se atwen ahye ministry no se ombekọ so amaye assurance se yebe postim a emwa ntinya wo se ye mia ye ni ye bibi nti ye di control letter ma police for say ye pese ye picket e wo ministry of health
more notify the police
ye di kind notify omo
okay
but omo kan say ye number ninti omo be ma ye bebi a wo say ye fa nti omo ma ye route. Say number
do say
yanka say your number should be around 1,500.
Wow.
Enti omoka sa no emom your leaders ne buy no from the meeting with the police ne dey nya anje ho say yanka say ye koye demonstration ye pese yan picket wo ministry of health and premises no mu say ye nya abre na baby ko na mu de ye kwa akofa ne ye be kwa na international theater ho ne de emo aye me say health minister e wo ho no na emom ka say health minister no ebe ba ho no ma ba beji ye petition nti ye decide send yes ade ye be reduce your number no according to said the ministry no premises no e betimi afa nti ye reduce your number no ye dey about 30 to 35 representative ekoye by ye koye no ye to your leaders no ema mu ko ministry no premises na ye gina across the streets metira utwa kwan ni ma ho na ye gina chen say ye leaders no e dey petition no e be kwa akoma minister about the postings enti omukoye all right e the petition no koye eni omunya nkitahudie but omuba back no no mbeka che so ministry no pese omunya some short meeting no mo discuss for
that
some time
leadership
your leadership no enti enu leadership no aircon no mo pese other members of the communications team and joining but police for nampene omo se omo call in first time no mo anombe mo mako inti as ye gina ho no ne hu se police car baako etu free premises ho apie inti enu ho na ye leader baako e ba ye so obebo ya mane so regional commander so pese o nhia leaders ni bi no oni omo nkasa
I see
inti personally imagine me na kakra na mebisa ne se na se regional commander pese oni omo nkasa e wase ye de omo to police car mo ana say all request and say we invite me into your premises met me afa me ameka na because me yin say nkombe dwane akọ baabi nti omo de omo kodu ye twen aso omo beba mama nti police for ba around no mbeka say yin picket na ye me yenkofi nti eno ema ya dwunu ye na ena me ankasa metu anamon bisa police ni ba akọ say musi yenkofi a ade na mon fa ye leaders no emre because say leaders ne maye de na yenko ye twen say mudi leaders ne baba muso omoko abanye ministry na be ye meeting nti meeting ni nyama so de na minim de nti e wo say ye kofie nti enuachi after some time ana one of the police and penifone buy obaye no na odi kan be wone ye say yenko she wants to oh and they be very difficult media houses no videos no woman no ka say onu na ma yenya nti ye say ye leaders no mdo makona nya dom baba because ya chi omatum nti si ye wo bibi ya yenko ne yenko mo moral support e wo police station
really
nti some few minutes after that ene ye hu say emranti akentin kabi aba ho no masie free pick up no kwanya anim inscription bi enu e che say ya chwo police ana military ana bibisa
but no mo say police attire
no make say no mo she SWAT yeah almost some bulletproof bi ISS SWAT something like that with guns and omo to chase the people away say omo ankwa ombechi omo nyina ahye van nim e de omako nti e honom na ma dispersion e bai nti meeting na nka e wasa leaders ni ministry no econom koye no kra ntimi amaso
wow
nti enu achi ye de achi ko police station ho ko share said e be ya ye betime ye ko for the film e original command ho the Wokoko house side ho ye koye ye free ye mother association APR onu so etu anamo e free lawyer ama lawyer ne bae any police bedi nkita ho ntenumem kwa ebeye nonson mu ho baabi eno omuja leaders ne so omunko na
omu time be
around first batch na much around 10 a.m. and the second one it happened around 12 and I said 1.
So we are aware of the charges
for now almost say you violated the Public Order Act. Said they gave us a route and we didn't follow. And CCC and Yeka say your leaders know that so police station. The last time I mean Omukasa and Omukasa and Omura.
Okay. And
at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And see the last time Omukasa was exactly 11:44 a.m. Omukacha me say police phone. Eso omu ye meeting. Na say omu ye meeting ni wia and aba mom feedback. But me nam kwan so eba ha nyina my friend omumumu no up to now ba kokora nu ha peke me.
Why?
My friend Kodua. Any Docas.
Oh, okay, Mr. Kodua.
Yes, any Docas. But omumumu no bia I'm family call.
I see. Omu draw time be?
Exactly 10 a.m.
My member redeemer mu year which means Ben is your mate, right?
Pacho madam o tiefo ase ene ahwefo nyina ase metwinye papa
nti
member se ne brofo kakra me vice president Pasag National Pasag National Physician Assistant Student Association of Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Me so make a communications team no. Me wie a year 2021. Me go suya me internship anyway, but then I'm part of the communication team in Tina. Manya kunya abaha ewiawe.
Okay, oh I see. Yeah. Okay. So mo which year?
Me year 2021.
2021. Benis who which year?
Me year 2020.
2020. So which means we are obey on national service.
Yes.
Which you have done it.
Yes, I've done it.
And what's here for how long?
For now, I would say that Matina here for almost a year. But there are people that almost year 2018. And by 2020, no more money on my license that. Until we can see that those people Matina here for bare 3 or 4 years.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Back to you, Redeemer. Redeemer, tell me, year school. What there also a year internship. Ben is there on 1 year in national service. And ya ofi. Tell me, I want to be now colleagues in room.
But that's the question is okay PA program now. You're training a degree program. A 4 years to train a PA. That's a year. Watch your professional license exam with the Medical and Dental Council. Or passes our exams new year. More posted to a designated accredited facility to train you another 1 year, which we call the internship. 2 years are internship now. And now OBJ clearance. Anya employment. Aye Juma. Now our training be is in different degrees, different levels. As interns no ahocha yakumu ne se ejuma ye se yehwe yeje kofo nkwa, and it is a training process.
Okay.
Some people are very impoverished. Find say ehia kakra ofie, but omotumo atiaka akusku ebi wa baby ote ene baby onya the internship no ekwan dim. And so onya allowance bia anya den emfa so ne ho enko na adwuma mu enti eno ye problem pa eda ho to also be eko ohwe ayarefo bebre bono kasa no ebia eduane ko bedi krade aye na adwuma kra na onya bindi ti sana de neti ti eba ne intenside na sana etie ena ohwe omana ewum sisi ane so ahokyere bebre wum wo a wo ye adwuma kra usu. Imagine the life of the ordinary PA. Onyashi enye.
Okay, so Redeemer, I mentioned Juma services are more offer, which means money patients in your interactions each and every day.
Yes,
right.
Every day.
Like a nema baby sign around patients.
The offer PA job description, basically, you do consultations, you interpret laboratories, you perform minor surgeries. Those are basically some of the things you do.
I see. I see.
So most of the people you see in the hospital in white coat, doctors. Bebrina APs.
Now because at least around 1,500.
Years are accumulated. 2018, 2019, 2020, 4 no. 3 year badge no because year 2021 for the most of us are still doing our internship. Ebi June we
no mo so baba be ka mo fie no
na ebi so be November October we na mo have can fie. In fact said October be dura the number of unemployed physician assistants will increase.
My remember back to Benis. Now this is the situation. Minim some bet me aside a picketing bill.
Okay. Sisian, your picket na any your petition na ye submit yen. Ye bomb pie say, any your pase ye GDA say, ministry ni bedi hujuma.
No, but here's the situation. Even one leadership in the crime a year Kasa Moka. Then the police decided, said they will round them, and take them to their cells. But on this Se ka se mo ko picketing bia wa obeko.
Oh yes, meko. If leadership after some time Asia na se ministry na anya ho hwe na se mu decide say we picket one more time meko. Because if you na meeting me hu adekora afie na ye mami. If me sorry anapa na de bia meda na me nya adwuma bia sometimes that will be cry a problem. And I'm sorry by picketing na ya chimitum kwa say. Because anya kwa minim say at the end of the day e be ma me adwuma na no so be ma me ska de ahye me botum.
Wow. Isaac, Dolce says we will go, but be definitely. Okay, so Pearson West says, where in the world will such professionals well sorted after will be ideal and jobless after all the high cost of training useless? Government indeed. Okay, so we have Kingsley Kojo says MPP are buying one day. So Delamon is here with us. John Kabu. Achilles says good work done. Keep on your good work for Motherland Ghana. Thank you so much. John Kabu. Then we have other famous Maxis watching the show live from UK. All right, thank you. Famous Osman Hudu says, I swear 2024 is do or die. All right, so let's leave this out. We are talking about physicians. After Kwachi Johnson says, post PAs now. I think it's a hashtag.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the hashtag. Okay, so post PAs now. Mbaya Collins Amadu says physician assistants deserve better. Post PAs now. One from Mbaya. Then we have Nwapa Kebuadu says it's very pity to hear from our fellow citizens. Okay, Charles will say Radio says Kufuor is just killing the state. All right, so let's leave this one and get other staffs. Alex Apple says Kwabena. So I've touched on this now. Based on Alex Apple issue based on Apple issue and you could raise the issues about intimidations, fear. Let me ask you, do you fear?
I don't fear.
Why?
Because for me to even take the bold step to come and sit here, I don't fear. I am ready for anything. Because that is what I need to do, to put money in my pocket.
But if Redeemer, they decide to come after you guys once more, what do?
We'll live the life to their fate, because even in the house you are dying. What further form of death would you fear again?
More any intention say mobile nationwide strike?
Currently, no, because you are not employed. There is no essence of a strike anyway.
No, there are some people say you are working your internship. You are comfort somewhere who also support that cause. And I'm a boy.
But say strike assembly it will come from the mother association.
The mother association.
This is a mother association.
But
oh, for now they are making the efforts because
okay.
Oh, they are really trying because a bit more leaders no mobile and before mobile release the press release by out requesting that police phone and release the executive and so I'm sure that in due time they also have their meeting na bibi ebesibia they will let us know.
And I'm pacho uti earlier submission now pacho okase leaders no make initial engagement on the diplomatic level but the result now I don't know is the reason why we have decided to take it to another level.
But mama mbisa mo internship no mama say
and to me say no, it depends on the facility you go to. There's nothing coming from the ministry, nothing coming from the medical and dental council. It only boils down to the discretion of the facility you are being posted to. Some facilities will choose to give you some allowances, others will not give allowances. I am at the Shao Sudoku District Hospital, Dodua, and for us, we take 300 Ghana cedis as
can you imagine
transportation allowance?
300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
A month.
A month.
And see, concerning this internship allowance issue, previously, no ministry need allowance Emma all health professionals internship. But as of 2019, and a ministry no essay as a matter of policy, I was to me into interns ebim.
Why?
And see me personally, my demo akonyaba several times at the ministry, and almost say it's a policy. And to say we are intern now, person we discard. I just enroll NSS na nurses for 559 ansa obenya kakra hye obutu ba policy kron be sine de omuntimi explain policy kron na so omuntimi enche particular policy mintia omuntimi ntia physician assistant intense internship allowance now so all the other ones the domutua emom. And also Kamea said because ministry ni who say physician assistants no intense no they don't have any option omunya strong enough to come at them nti yakase koye adwuma na obeye Kama I say nti na omum posti the certified physician assistants because or what they obeka koye adwuma because they are supposed to do it to get their license. Na say obi wo ha obeka koye ni entua ne kadea ene hu nya say obe posti sa na ye hu.
Hey, Venice, as of now, but what about private health facilities?
Well, in most of the times during internship, no kwaya nko for person nko private facilities because omo chauka. Now even now we internship or share private hospital ayejuma. So say pay for no doors to system and private hospitals no omo doors that much. Into ko I'm not sure the person chiao. People pay as low as 80 cedis per shift, 50 cedis per shift. Yes. I have a friend who called interview recently for night shift. And I catch on myself per shift be about 200 cedis. Almost on so. Into me bisa if anka ministry na aposting na ko ye adwuma na system na wo pro bia part time amawa. Would you have said that until 200 cedis per shift no so mawa? Okay,
so a friend say shift now mokono how many times within the month?
Oh, most of the time, a maximum of 5 shifts in a week.
In a week?
Yes.
So 50 cedis, you are making 200 Ghana cedis.
They don't have money to live with in Tobafanasa.
And 200 Ghana cedis, no cry, and so lower fare.
Ensu Bibia.
Okay, so Matthew, Louise Young says, 300 Ghana cedis for a month. And I earn 250 for my business. Okay, so Prasad is here on our Facebook page. Quick one. Let me do this. Prasad Kumbala says, I give my wife to be 800 Ghana cedis a month. What is 300 Ghana cedis for a young man? Ali Ahmed says, Bobie, can't they leave the country and seek greener pastures somewhere? The question from a listener.
Well, it is possible. But most of the countries out there, if you want to practice as a physician assistant, you would have to do a master's program. Okay. And even some of them do not recognize the Ghana certificate. So if you want to go, yes, just some of them. But if you want to go, you just go there, you write your exam, you pass, and then you practice. And it will surprise you to know that when you go to some parts of the country, physician assistants play a very good role in their health sector, and they are really paid very well and respected.
Saki Michael say, I'm a Saban hospital, for instance, they pay 300 Ghana cedis for 3 months. Not just 100 Ghana cedis for each month. No, but I just know. It's not funny.
On the issues of seeking greener pastures, no. You know, recently there have been complaints about brain drain, nurses, doctors, and it's happening in PA program too. Many people have diverted from the course and are doing something else. But for those of us, you know, the average Ghanaian today cannot afford the traveling expenditure to go outside to pursue his dream in the medical field as a physician assistant.
It's painful. All right, so Nanama, Nanama, you see, I don't know. So now, Obi our decide say Mako school, Mario school, my national service, Martin fear year and over. I need job, right? Okay. Then will be at Menka. The person decides I'll go out there. Menka sa me koda president fee. Menka sa president fee flowers and move fe me koda ho. Me come Ministry of Health. Omne yekubata ye no mudin sa woso. Papa ye pacho ye fa ye she baby. Na ye so ntimi mobra. Police wo mo ma mo route. On say your friend say Arise Ghana. Ye ne omo classes no. It's the same thing. So about route. Mobefa, Yebefa. At the end of the day, well, Oma could do a ministry, ho. Baby, Omufa could do, it doesn't matter. But the point is, Yanchi leaders, no, they put to fear
in them.
Then later, no, Wasuma SWAT team, and I know say yes SWAT team. That they are riff boys, that I mean, foolish boys, no, or Mufio Onibia. They just put them together and give them guns. No matter matare. Munko na munko ye gidi ewo. Again, how harmful na we Benis. Look at my brother Redeemer ono ye kikiki
original otiwo ni last time when we graduate I watch 3 years near come dey
obey the one is one in the best struggle no obey. So do you need even those people to bring guns around?
Kwabena.
So you see what
Independence Square one no almost say one na no mkogu no Independence Square one no omkogu wa hwan na eti o masem Ministry of Health na was omko
Ben say catch omo say omo na omo be the Ministry of Health besi akonkon edu na nanti about no beje. It doesn't make sense.
I say cheap labor no ma create was system nim. I say omo di bibi ba say SS senior high school graduate no komo be train ni wo do ma kosa various yes and minta kandomum and afa so Ghana Nurses and Midwives Association for so gina ye say ye were professionals o mo school wo mo gu fie mo post wo mo konko ye adwuma so we be post we say ni de SS graduate no or command 3 months as a 2 months training now what na kwa gu ho no mo baby I was
means Ben is no and they become redundant.
Yes, yeah.
They don't care about you. Forget about your picketing and your demonstrations and whatever. So which means well, school, but there is no hope.
Yeah, because what I feel 3 years me. They be a process.
2 years.
They be
1 year.
4 years womb. They be a process. They be a process. And so what's the need? The essence of free senior high school policy. Kwabena, and for sure was need here. Akwani baba be senior high school no. O receives mu ye obi ekobi o wie no oto aso kwa tertiary o wie tertiary na wasa be additional bed ya beto ne family so enti faso e wo ni free senior school so the only a year say we are Ghana near secondary education
yes, but you see back to the same issue now you can service providers asem about the national health insurance scheme and all that they it's not like they don't want to talk about it, but the point is that the fear, the intimidations, right? Me makwade bomba akufa to buy match me 3 times right. I have in court different courts about 3 or 4. So when you don't take care the about to say Charlie media me dream here
but say sanso de Kwabena sanso na ekode ne na kire say ene ye say ya na beye so obi adwuna ne ho wode wo ka wa ma wo say we service provider your contract agreement we because the terms and conditions apply. Enipa na ya adwuma wakoto nuo wo nurses wo crofred me for wo at the end of the month tia wo ka yes na say wo say media misuro me ho na situation fa so wo so ne de hefa.
Okay, so with what you are saying comes back to what Benis and Redeemer can want him. Then the text messages we have been receiving that will be here adwuma our health facility even sika or mo de bebo mo bra kran is not coming or better no tia a physician assistant na ka yi. And therefore, being a kind of Ansah hospital, I don't know which hospital, but they are paying them 100 Ghana cedis a month.
And I want to say government in Ankasano, and for 4 women in Dosu. And they are private institutions, no, or mona a ban larger employment, or moon.
Okay.
But private no so crown, Ugunu. Why a service provider and Sikama, into a better one is what may employ more. It is no when we are school we are graduate we are nurse we need adwuma now do any share private e be vacancy ba ko me bi da ho ma do open wo de be ma.
Anyway, Benis again na mo dey try to right now say mo ye what's your free bio what's your free more leadership ni bio
there be me nyan free but me ko so atwa ya hye se me nsa be kan mo bia.
Okay, all right, so Redeemer my final message to Ghana for say
Pachobeda said bebre. What I want to say is that in Ghana as it stands now, we have been talking about universal health coverage. The Honorable Minister Kwabena in a particular report or a particular document stated that by the year between 2020 and 2030 we should be able to achieve universal health coverage. And to Ghanaians, universal health coverage should translate to timely access to high quality services. And we have the personnel who are physician assistants who, by the structure of the health system in Ghana, are supposed to man health centers, also work in polyclinics, sub-district levels, and then in the district levels, even in the CHIPS compounds. But here lies the case. There are over about 51% of health centers in Ghana do not have PAs, yet there are unemployed PAs in the house. It is very woeful. So our message is simple. The message is that the Ministry of Health, the Minister of Finance, and the government should post PAs. They should post PAs because the level of impoverishment, the level of intimidation, the level of discrimination has become one too many, and it is becoming unbearable. Life is becoming very difficult. You know, we spend a lot of money, capital, investing into our education. I, for one, paid an admission fee of almost getting to 8,000 Ghana cedis at the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Hong. And every year on year, you paid not between an average fee of 5,000 Ghana cedis, 6,000 Ghana cedis for 4 years, and you complete. So all those things are a form of investment. I hear people say that put yourself into a meaningful business, self-employ yourself. But the question is, how do you even start it? What is the startup capital? I lost my dad just before I graduated from school. And life has been very unbearable for me. Sorry. You see, so it's like the government is not concerned. The framework in the health system does not see the need. We are saying that if they feel that the PAs have outlived its usefulness, they should stop the program and let us all stop the program, because it's like a scam. You go to school, train as a PA, and then you are looked down upon. We have big ambitions.
Okay, so this text message from Albert Braco says, did I hear the chap saying Honorable Minister Ajimamen? What is honorable about him that you need to sit here and call him Honorable Minister anyway? Bernice, your last words.
Okay, so finally, Andra, PR for Ministry of Health. Ekasa, one of the channels, I think, Joy News. Okay, I say Ministry need so waiting here post here. Just say Ministry of Finance, ama clearance. No more clearance.
So is kasem.
But me per se PR of Ministry of Health, and say Ministry of Finance, and sorry, send me clearance. Because I know keeping records of health professionals every school. Into a ministry no responsibility say omobetro to Ministry of Finance for the clearance. Into sa asem no ebeka we media no so say omo clearance ne de. Wanka ni into ebeye better say obesan every statement.
Maybe in Kamunya and Busano, because for all you know, they have interacted with the finance minister, and the finance minister is telling them, oh, they don't have money.
Well, okay, say Friday, omunya. But the person in this say, Sanka, Omo receive the letter of picket and commonly on body Sankita Mudiana.
Well, your question here legit, fine, but my point is say, we are dealing with a ministry. I won't say the finance minister. A ministry, when it comes to Kasem about Ghana and everything, they are evasive. They don't talk, because look, baby, I would mutia redeemer. Any Benis, baby, I mutia. I think that I'm Kwame. I mean, interview with some health professionals.
Yeah, almost say my rotational nurses too. I almost say 9 months. You
almost the same thing because the finance ministry catch a superiors that they don't have money.
The current situation, you cry debt IMF, no cry, no money, and the crowd buses here. You cry, see your course here, buy you cry. They say the heading.
But then I don't believe, the country has been in crisis from that 2020.
Yeah, Kwabena say ya pa dear. Say you can overreact across Washington DC. Ya do koye nyina kwa akosiaga. Ya wode abetine fie pa de Kwabena. Edi. PR of the health ministry. The okay bi de acheche wo we. Oh, what can be the other one?
Okay, sister, I almost see Ministry of Finance and discourse be clearance. And that one they are not sure. But just March 2023 year trim, but soon year trim. Only release clearance for other health professionals. Since I don't appear income. Some more claim say anything among release clearance. And I'm among release clearance maybe. But so release clearance maybe no JB to say that Fibia Oyana. And I say we need that one, yes, sir.
More. Redeemer, only this sound concern. More sound information. More sound information.
Oh, I am release portal. Only be a portal for health professionals. Only post it on my website, Ministry of Health. Only post it on my website, and I can say for a fact that September of last year, only be a portal for some people, and in March 2023, only be a portal. Only be the timeline so. Say from this time to this time, go and enter your details. But that's to me, I'm a physician assistant.
Anyway, live in a crowd up in 5 Citizen Show. All right, so Wednesday afternoon is so sad. Though one near the serial film, but yeah, crowd Nanama. Yaka cry, no.
Clarence, no, you don't more than teachers, almost for teachers, I post you more than a year into your Mokada.
Really?
Yes, teachers.
You know, see another issue.
Now, Kwabena, what do you can now? So come portals now, no more, Kwabena, and then we young for business. Before we been your Binukuran, young for MPs, no MMDCs, no, or more for no quack 7,000, 8,000.
You don't mean it.
Oh, Kwabena, Miss C. Oba kwamo de baba be 2 ministry na yi portals say we betimi apply we say. Omo de mema first na dey here omo ye na open na obi atimi apply bi na enti say you a business and wo ma ya various assemblies MMDCs MPs no mo wo nkrofo a just omo de ma wo nkrofo tua 8,000 7,000 10,000 no ansa na wo manya teaching nursing me see teaching a year ni 1 year ni me an kasa me cousin o ma me so kope bosia 8,000 and we do coach you on my fan almost from Asante Fijasa so correct e kura bia se we Eastern region 1 year ni ntua ne ka 1 silida why you graduate uniba your friends uniba e won no wie what na fia nti e ba ye no munye scan mu kokotua ye no se wo she kura bia se we Eastern graduate o she em say junior high no kira de 1 year ni ntua ne kada Kwabena asam no a ye ka ni say ye ho ye omutie omupie na no ra ho ye ka ni say ye Ansah go ni edi situation a Ghana wo mu sesi ya no eye situation che say anu odin because ukuta youth say na o makoko school awie no mu nya adwuma na wakofa na ko na de aba na wo di nipa ne ka 9 months wantua na waka kire ne say de magu no me di you start eba enti nipa no apply say you start me wa wo do bi we mu nyina ne graduate forum do ebi mu nya akwanya wo sa na ko no wo bu ni kwase no wasisi no 5 months mo tua 1 month 6 months mo tua 2 months mo buo mo kwase asam mo akwa kotefie mo do mo ka 9 months
oni ma de bia me read I think on Monday that PIAC as a common fund, district common fund, if we enter a parliament one mention the quantum of money and yeah echo for district common fund 2 years now scanner a new Ministry of Finance conference mu yenwa enkodru district assembly say obi a scanner fa
so after say Kwabena Bank of Ghana e twesika bebre di ma wo mu no e de na sika no mo de
and yan na say mabulu we num busa wo mo say sika no a mutwa no ye din mu no
e de no mo de ye
please can I anyway I think sir Benny special can be the last one then we are done with them
so we busa say metimi a kire say indeed do no be important sisi one of my colleagues send mama so we a memoir Ministry of Health and release on the 8th of September 2022
yeah
it just say we be a portal to recruit medical and dental officers and right after that so ana March 9th of March and so say we be a portal no physician assistants income so even back to 2021 1st September of 2021 Ministry of Health ni be a portal ni na physician assistants income it is say yen na yen say government no or recruitment Ministry of Health recruitment, but why not just say and now do recruit physician assistants.
You done that someone say we had an MOU with the ministry last year. What happened? Dennis, talk about it.
Well,
MOU you done.
You
done that someone
I don't think so.
Okay, someone also anyway.
But last year, any last 2 years, your mother association release MOU almost sign it together with the Ministry of Health representatives in your signature also, which is that to say they will post us within that year. But Nika say from 2021, 2023 moving away. Say never say omugo be portal na yako fill your details for the posting na you and this year could be Minister for Health na wakachi.
All right, so Bobie sending me a message from Techiman. Says Bobie, yes, it's true. The teachers issue my junior at the university had to pay 7,000 before getting posting. All right, so Benes, do you have 7,000?
Hey, I don't think I have 7,000.
Redeemer.
The Lord for coming back, they have a brain.
Now we go school 4 years, Kwabena. We go school 4 years, graduate. And for so many was so.
Benes.
I said, say, you may bring now, yaba, if you cross it, about Krokesimuno.
Which village?
Yeah, if you cross it.
Which village?
I mean, those of us.
Free
Sokode. From the water region.
Sokode, why am I telling you? Pafufu bi wo.
Agbena heavy.
No, also Agbena heavy. They are no different. You know what? They correct. But I say Bakubi. Ansah na be run Sokode. And then you are heading inside. Who know? Fufu Akrante Kwaibi.
Who won't be watching? Opposite filling station.
Opposite filling station. What is it? Crown the Omoya Kwanem say one of my say run about no say. Ansah no ako Agbena, but also uko Agbena heavy. Over 10. Ultimate and right. Eddie ra inside. Why am I telling you?
Most of us growing up, no, if you are within your 50s, 60s, 40s, you have one way or the other been attended to by a physician assistant. We are always available in our medical training or in our training. We are training a model of preventive care, and that means that we work mainly in the rural areas. Baby doctors MP post some corner. Okay. The poor and impoverished are the people who are suffering the more. They are the ones feeling the impact of the non-posting, the unemployment of the physician assistants. And we keep on recording fatalities and mortalities at the rural areas. We are the first call of point before even any referral. So, in fact, it is a matter of life security, and it is a matter of what do you call it? Social security.
Benes, my young jam, but since I so with me afraid or leaders now my actual viewer, maybe be an oma jawomo. So Omunja mo so Mufia Mobeko na say
if you are saying so Munyanja or Muda, just say a call.
Wow.
Now, I didn't know what Bromu keep you warm.
Almost say Omo Public Order Act, Omo Buso. Dampari Ankasa home. Radi Yakufo. But you see, me, I know, say, and you're dampare. Sir, Ben is known to you, my main council, my main person. Sir, referral boys now, Omugu Jubilee House or no, they just give orders. Sir, your friend is this boy, what is his name? Akwaka Krakana, Nana B, no, sir, boys, no.
But all your original police commander, na say boys been there, ma orders, say instructing, say, we ya. It's one so far, Jenny.
Now, man orders.
So, the Ghana idea was somebody, Papa.
That Paris spoke to somebody. Yes, you're unbatching, you know. One of the how possible? Says a Lord come. How can Lord come away? This something. I mean, Obiako school. Then you have somebody like me, Tego. Yeah, or no, or the appetition opposition, and or monya a power and or contra social media. And these boys will go on social media and insult the physicians, right, and tell them so they give orders go, because in actual sense we are police near what you down and the idea we are now
in America what keep you warm and we release you warm and a Japan adiachi what's up we invite them on my it's real mom
doesn't make sense
as a me are your back what bet me your fast what bet me police penny now we keep you warm because they're instructive
anyway. All right, Benis. That's Redeemer, over unya
menya no mensanka no, but I send me message so ntimi nkasa.
And that's what assume.
Busa almost omo busa no say omo wahifa, because we want to know omo current situation. At least sebia no mo do omo say ministry or to meet the minister. Just ask them for us. Redeemer, yeah, that's me. But someone my feedback and Ansah Marco, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Anyway, yes. Na bit me about say. So come on, you know. Meanwhile, yeah, Kasan, when him sandra la for so a demonstration.
Oh yeah.
One must do a demonstration and say la land and yadia mobile who be say.
But so low now almost loan facility no kwaje de beyede.
I don't know.
Loan na omukwaje ye no sa loan no de no omude ye. So enti community no ahemfo no okay member of parliament kware se wonu so enti no an say hospital no report by say ebetimi e de asem abante kobu ya edugu ye e ma na akufa re koye shortcut enti loan ni baye anase loan na amba loan a for la general hospital construction no loan ni baye anase ama because loan ni baye dia parliament kwa bisa honorable minta akando bisa sesika no e de no mo de ye. Former President John Mahama kwaji loan so de baba be ye friend say circle interchange and then they see wonu mi okwaji loan so de baba ye regional Greater Accra Regional Hospital and then they see wonu mi oh eti loan no mo kwaji ye so mo de baba ye la General Hospital no Kwabena loan is sika no way eti so Parliament Committee Health and the Health Committee no bisa Health Minister ne say loan na Parliament approve ye for la General Hospital no sika no way because say Kwabena ongoing project ni na almost suspend you
yeah no na ka wasema Mr. Senkola ekwa ho munya adwuma.
Oh,
I doubt it.
Project ni na na China de no kwa de o ma from mkrofo say o mo se om kuku no mkaka nyina mrefie because o man na bo sire nungwa yi a wo nungwa gidigidi kwa yi a wo mu yi o ma suspend phase 2 ayi friend say Kumase kete ye o mo kwakotwa o ma na phase 2 no esi ho project e kwaso de ho Ghana nya Kwabena o ma suspend you because it's can wo mo de betu aka China for dem kwa de so o mo suspend ye kura che eti nkura no we mo twansa meka Kwabena da be ne ye kwa kofa wo mo.
Now, Amadi Aya says, Bobie, and I'm saying the truth. To get posted as a teacher, currently you have to pay not less than 10,000 Ghana cedis before you get it. This is done through MPs, and party officials. It seems criminality. I don't know how.
They say,
as a almost said that could training in opposition, so almost be bonny and almost
we are not portals no education ministry no am post to health ministry Kwabena when tria we nya bi da omo de ma MPs omo de ma government impenifo bi omo ton en omo nkrofo wonni sika what is your teacher for unless Kwabena we be nya bi no akwakotua 7,000 8,000 10,000 anya sa won ko bi 7,000 na so de amount fo bo ekoso be bia misi mi kuro mo afija ase yesi akoa bi so be MP no wono na chese wono na ejiji no ameka so didi ma
hey awum na yo na ma de ya dai
what dey we ma guy bi ba mo be ka kire mi wo se akoa no so wo paninti wa ampiniti odis kan akoa no so wo nyi no onye serious.
I'm so sharp.
Why, man, also the Omani Mudis can cry was so serious.
All right, Jennifer, what it says we are pulling down hospitals and okay, so we are pulling down hospitals. These physician assistants are unemployed. Very sad. Okay, so Felix Yabwa, or he says the assurance committee in our parliament should question the finance and health minister about the loans contracted for La Hospital. Ansah Joshua says they deserve it. Were they not the same people who voted for Akufo-Addo? All right, in our park cases, they have shared the loans to themselves. Nanama Jacko, this is simple. And Tony Manuel says the hottest political talk show. I really appreciate you, Commander One. All right, thank you, Kote Mensah. Joshua says, Bobie, don't cry for them. They deserve it. All right, so this one is coming up from another tester. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show on Benya FM and Tamale Dagman FM. So, Dalama, it seems other main issue dawa ye train minim but me person we cross checks mommy then tomorrow we can deal with it about basic school or textbooks no aba
Minyesho saba.
Yano sumai.
No.
Yano sumai.
Debi mayo. My say my a banker ministry no dia ba say ye kan a banker Kwabena do mo dia ba.
Wow.
My.
Wow.
And by so Parliament approves 63 million euros for La General Hospital.
Nana ma dia we are there do. So sikano where the money?
Kwabena sikano wa hefa. We me kwari we mako 10th August 2020 Ministry of Health Ghana one kasa site website na me we.
And sikano where and
60 okay so President Akufo-Addo cash sought for 68 million euros La General Hospital. That was 10th August 2020. Enti Kwabena sikano wa hefa. Sikana Parliament approve here 10th August Parliament na approve here. President Akufo-Addo ko kate sword ni sikano hefa.
Ana omonsa anka sikano ana omoaje e de akwa kosinsu asenam.
Base kwa bomo me kante se sikana ama. What is say omo be kante se sikana ama. Omo me kante se we ya frame se ya frame Parliament se omo mra. Na em say that the news bi omra me ye ho adwuma. What is say minister, health minister. What is say penny be deputies and I say government officials be aba bonte be kate Ghana for se sikana ama. The anyone say because me kai say honorable me ta kando no will be say sikano wo hefa unless say omo me kan che Ghana for say sikane ma so sikane na ebi kura mai and a president ko kate so
nanama beya na trimodin ana bone ana omo aseda what is which
trimodin Kwabena obi a oye wicked so ho say na dream no adwumbone ne trimodin woni trim because Kwabena de ti ha ya brusu aye kan say nkura we memra ya kwa akwacho bibi say our sister no omo so omo da so omo wa omo say omo da so because enye trimodin a
so and you keep promo police station was and omo for mo go court
omo we hu na wo mo
some omo sabon
omo dinu no a wo no go school 4 years
say nanama so one way ya no aka say ajibifu aban say yes we did atem because we need any alternative than to describe that reckless president and that foolish say because yes and you want Angola way come to omo ni a break Angola way
just say be anim enti trimode Kwabena
also
yes sir utina sa da na me kan say ye no de adwuma yi ti no day out de baby a wote we be ready we be information we be report say utina konso akina say Nyankopon anso wa ensem a wo be ka no because who say I say trimode for wicked people be na lead o man no se wo hwe baby Kwabena wo man Ghana ke free bana hwe sika baba we confess mu a kenu kwa sen ka Ghana e wo crisis we mu kenu wo kwa se physician assistant wo mu tire free 3 years so 3 years ni wo mu tire free no ebi so ti fie wo machi o se bi so awie wo machi ebi awie wo machi ebi awie ti fie enti wo fie na wo bi a tire free 3 years eju so wo ba 2 years ni wo ba 1 year wo so baba be sofa but wo hwe sika under President Akufo-Addo sika ba wo man ko fesi mu a kenu wo kwasen ke wo sa crisis we se mu so kwa kosi se ye trimodin health insurance mu ntua common fund enko sika we ni nyina de na modin ye development be na ekoso infrastructure development be na ekoso meanwhile Bank of Ghana so twa sika Bank of Ghana so 2022 Kwabena Bank of Ghana almost 50 billion na omu sika no mo de yede.
All right, so mamene Oscar New Global Enkasa President Coalition La Association Oscar Akwaba. Oh.
Yeah.
Boko there.
Nadum Araka.
Yes, some more demonstration about a yellow general hospital. No, I was say.
Sorry. My also. Na hospital no mububu ya no. Ya try both. Ya try 2 years to me. 18. Ya call after demonstration against the demolition of La General Hospital.
More petition health minister.
A petition.
Munya onu emane beje.
De bi osoma ne ntofo ni bi ma won beje. The ne say information ni be bi wo mo ho. If he said, Omoba bubu no, na yesi yampede, ana omoma yeti say, na sika was ready. 68 million euros was ready. It was available. And to say yampini maye bubu hospital ha. Omoba diverted Sikano to another place. That was why some of us have to keep quiet for the demolition to go on. And after 2 years, the hospital should have been reopened in August, last year, August. That is exactly 2 years of demolition. President Kwabena speech, or no regional minister Kwabena speech, after your MT Soma speech, or Muina Maya in 2 years,
Oban Wafidian move away from Wafidian Kakre because a mommy feedback.
Okay,
it's better now. Okay, to us.
And to my head, in 2 years, our hospital will be available for use. Many American carry. Many workers who create a hospital. But maintain for 4 years around the hospital. Say, Omujuma in Ansah, Omo Diane, Omo Tom drinks, Omo laboratory tests, all around the hospital. So say after one Juma, that is number one. I say a war about 3 and 1 lakh. Me sister-in-law was last year. Onya beat. Your man is here. Didn't do police hospital. That's your place. My house is about 200 meters from the hospital. And Tinanka, you didn't call hospital her. They could have revived her, but she died because La Polyclinic was no more. That is one. And then your PRO, they killed the wheel last year. Almost to Ladma, to Lekma Hospital. Omudu Hospital, no, so these are some of the things we are experiencing. Sometimes we do police hospital. No more say who feel la. Who need now yi pula body general hospital card. Papa who and I'm not say. And a bubu clinic and a model how ever. These are some of the things which we have suffered for the past 3 years. And lastly, the government be now the next government about onto us. Police officers, it's your mama, it's the way your mama left it. Apart from that, Kufuor 37 when Bubuno or see part and or the old one the camp. Mama, former President Mama, obesi Rich Hospital all building ni si ho adena la ye de no ye kan ya ampene say mo be ye ni stages mo be ye wi an mo be ye na ye use me kra ni ameyi na afaye afi so ya say a train the last meeting with the minister was in November last year. And he told us that by the first quarter of this year, we will see work in the general hospital. Me and Meka say, before the hospital was elevated to a general hospital, I was the person who was admitted at the hospital for people to come and see whether the hospital, the polyclinic could be facelifted to a general hospital. That time, not my uncle or share me. No, head physician was. And the hospital nurse, you know, a damn come so far.
Me says, what is the way forward? Because as someone can dear, da. What is the way forward? Say, we're down, what is it?
Ya catch one. So, omunim so omun to me here. Omuma ya so omun to me. Na yen la for no kwa ya be pafo. Ye see a clinic no. Na ya see ade. If you say you say ya answer we amwa ya ho an. Ye nim bi obeboa ye. Na say so ye be wu dia. Yen chance e ma ye nyanu. Enti about ultimatum of 1 month. First of all, the mom wants to say, or mom will try and throw. That is the first thing. So they should come and apologize to us through our traditional council. Because my friend Toma, ya for friend Toma, me say, me call Bobie, me address it at now.
Me who's at Arabia?
Sadana, me say political speech.
Hey,
Anna Kola members in I say they are over now. Say you be see new hospital amaye. Ya here for no so ba ho. Omo yi won to me panu. E de be time wa na e be ka case and no 3 years. Then to me chat not 4 years.
Ya tese omo se asase no omo etwa bia ma obi eye no kre
but mania and dey emba so
but more to wasem
ya nte ho asem
okay
but no pa dey emba so and dey you mo bi ya dey mo da be je sa dem and no pa dey emba so la general hospital o be time na omo on na omo vertical hospital and at the end of my yes pa say omo my say omo judisi ya mawo ultimatum of 1 month yes wo nkwan say ye na ya Ghana for general hospital no enye la for nkwan na yisu
yeah
baby eti no anywhere from Nwa Teshi Otu Ofaka Usi hospital na nim pe enti the other call police hospital wage ne ni amai no oba faka be tu lade to me fa across the Macau
okay
hospital up
all right
it go for hoba
okay
it's the government you know
all right
almost there enyo ye anu na ya yeah trade fair no so yeah ma so but yeah be ba so
yeah trade fair no so ya another issue
yes yeah ma so but no so yeah be ba so we are taking one thing at a time
mate ni Accra from Dasi Bebre area
yes all
right thank you ni anything nanawa so just 1 minute. Yeah, ready up.
But only say
la any trade fair.
Wiki, me say last week na finance minister no be kan say contractor be call a project oba akọ starting.
Okay, now.
Oh, bear, I think last week na story ni ba you say omo baba be start project no.
So they should start it.
Kwabena agenda kwa. Because ye ka sika no 2020 4th April and April 2020 April and a parliament approve this can. Sika no wa hefa 2020 2021 2023 year when we crisis year when we year ongoing project cry stop sika na wa hefa sika ne buy but omo di sika no akwa akoye bibi fufuro omo share that is a contractors akwose semfidie akwa akosi land no so akotutu amena de agu akwa bless ke bie no mo de be ye adwuma
dabi adanti no mu tutu kuro no mu basa
omo to god omo ye guarantee
mo tutu your friend say parliament in chewa amena
guarantee
mo betutu la eja ho mo tutu your friend say trade fair mo tutu akuro no basa tan ha
omo tum good omo tum
no dama na say dia
head ministry just
so where is the money?
Yeah, no me buy so mo ba start project no 7 days ago. Yeah, okay, presidential advisor kwa ne kan Dr. Ansah.
Oh, Oluma de me wo fa no.
All the kan 7 days ago.
Oluma ye wo
fa me na rudi wa ha. As contractor ni bibia omo kwa start adwuma.
Omo pe obi agunanim ase wo MPP ma no ma ba ye ho asante no ma be fa bi.
No, presidential advisor.
And I may say, or you know, offend to Minkasa or offense. Yes, I did.
Now, if I say, and she be a contractor,
and I'm so offend Yasa or Fenyasa,
because of election 2024, you know. Say the land in the Honor, Adani Park, at the Honor, but because of elections, you know, Kwabena could chew na.
Yeah. Elia cheso mo ba besi omo discount they know say ombe lose eju omo lose ana ababa se joma ma kon e se uba wusi ni wa so mo discount
scanso ni wo ya de beye
ena no ana me no kan asem no ni nya comes back to your game because they have some people around Joma they feel like you bad here they no mba cry we will talk to them now omo jai
nyansa o ma kire ndisi fu ana ndisi fu ensua hwe hunu hwe
ma me jaja
experience pa o menya wana na do memu etiesi
ma me jaja
ne nke ndisi fu
wona ho kire wo
I floating voters they say yes of papa.
Edikasi yewo. Kasi mi wo kasi yewo.
Okay.
So be careful how you put out your slogans. All right, thank you so much. Live on Accra 100.5 and Mimia Wilson ewa say Enchebiano Mensa Thompson and Super joining ne sense for no and adwuma. Yeah, Akwaba.
Yeah, you go some gakra.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Yabaya Juma Mekwaba Meba Jumana can better time live on Accra 100.5. I'll be back.
The international football season has just reached fever pitch, and GoTV will be right there for it all. So get settled into your living room stadium because you are coming with us to the epic finales of the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Europa League, FA Cup, and more. All you have to do is get and stay connected to GoTV, where all the big games keep coming.
Points of world class difference.
GoTV, love it.
No one stops that.
Hey, say mako ho e Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me ho kra bi me. Say enunti no manya award wa. E world best. Obi an trase e ma dompem ya de. Ka say anase me boya de enka nto dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Asanya want to say ne ekro etu no. Ne enka e wona num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Na nsia ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho e kaye no. Greenfield adoromenti ene wasa so de gina na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir ehwehwe di pedua ni mu ankasa Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic Ewanungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
Strong, creative, enthusiastic. My name is Jojo and I got the Blue Jeans vibe. On Fridays, after a long, stressful week, my colleagues and I just pop a chilled, tasty can of Blue Jeans energy drink and we are ready to take the whole town by storm. During Saturday morning soccer with the boys or Sunday or Mutual special with the family, Blue Jeans does the trick again.
My name is Araba and I got that Blue Jeans vibe. During a long day of shopping and catching up with the girls, Blue Jeans keeps us refreshed and happy. When studying for an exam, Blue Jeans is the companion throughout the long nights.
It's great for sportsmen and women and people with an active lifestyle. It's just amazing. For more purchases, contact Budget Cash and Carry Limited on 0208 128 190 or 0550 010 000. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. The advert is FDA approved.
Oh, say employee of the year. Charlie, what are me? Refer last year, yeah, I'm into me target. Charlie. Now see, I'm a pomodimon some cry a perform correct. And I'll cast some so Afromax Central. Now what's our share? Afromax Plus, a some game. Can you know who are doing for the chum? Say, me 90 minutes plus extra time. Oh, say Afromax. Hello.
Darling. No, my fie.
Missy Moano, no matter.
My feel, Papa.
Afromax say changing game and all. Daddy buffet or what you mean? Oh, say Afromax. For Afromax Plus, change game and all. A dietary supplement. SCSM member, Steps Pharmacy, and the Afromax Plus. I'm just a drawing them, my member. When you fear do much. First steps was 0550 709 790. Afromax Plus, the game changer. And the agenda in Kratoyatum.
Hey! When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huadin.
Refuse to grow any offense back.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready for Yamusa Maya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system, Nabribia, Yarientimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, do the one dance yes, and Yarua who ran Nipa and Yina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwaka Siankaya Wutini D and a whole car. Now you want suing, you know, a boy who buy every home. And now one pa, one Yarwana Dada, no monum doctor and Rono, and no Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Moma who are deep in tea. Ya woman Timpose, Yaria Esumo, Imbusaba Mesa, and walk Kashi, and you may move Bia Yato in row, and to form fresh 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Cratch, what Jatu say,
Audition. Hello, African Queen. Obibi Nuba. So what curvy shape? What do you do? Uwafe. We are talented. No one didn't fear 20 to 35 years, sir. And your web travel form and not on Quem. Ghana CTV, the finest. Ghana's #1 television account boom. Added the maiden edition of Miss Curvy Ghana 2023, bro. A Chedia P. Woman could him defy Bessin Hema. Said the most curvy woman ever Ghana. Now Ambassadoria do searching Tiwo Yasia Maya Wodoso. Bra Class Media Group Reception Anna Accra FM. I walla boni. Befa forms 100 Ghana cedis pay. Number Kejumedie ho. And one Coca-Cola shape. Nature so big boom boom. Miss Curvy Ghana promoting Ghanaian beauty for national development. Numekwa mpesa mo sponsor Jumedie infre 055 427 0683. Miss Curvy Ghana 2023. Oh, who felt Papa B.
CD capsules. My body say.
What body and prince?
CD ointment. And also
what brand CD and prince?
No, say what pay immune booster pa. Say do nipa kwa no be wa adwuma. Say yes sir. Simple. Copy CD capsules. Enyaruwa mo bo rough. Ye nim so anante ana wa adwuma kakra bi. No abra ye so week bia.
Enya me how pa no.
Enya what CD capsules nkan. Wo ya so am de copy bia. Wo house wo twa.
And a CD ointment.
Eye duro tatahwe ada obenya ho no. Ko CD Herbal Center ya. Wo ye CD ointment ni CD capsules no. E wo Lashibi Sharom Sport. Ya e Benny 19 Junction. Na ko tie se general body pains. Nya ko todwe eye no ya. Na e ko na poso hunam ya. CD ointment. Enti few days shrim e ko ya wonum di CD capsules. Shrim e ko wonum CD capsules no. Na wo di CD ointment so e massage.
Na menya ni nyina bi wo he.
Pharmacies, chemical and herbal shops. Dudwa for 050-5767-425 and 0209-682836. A pay for a batter one more manu for an kwada when you feel me nunca. FDA, I shall say a dreading crowd to my jatum say.
Na de na ofreju mabaya se waye bosanse e di asemwa
binihwe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu bosia kura mi pedia me de abobra so a menya bi
NSR Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye waye prime brokerage service na no se de etienie so we japade na wo ho nkrata wutumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu anom na ope bosia ye de wo nkrata ne yensi echi ba manipa no bosia etia ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ni di free
ne se woni akura ntie
emane ha okra esanse wono so wo ajapade a wo de ba yenti no eno na bank de beton wabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na chesa me nkrata da dem no ebetumi ama menya sika wabra me japade no ehon nka
sapepepe obehu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction at Denta new site wa 0543832466. Eclipse Collateral Management. Think safety and decent income.
Asempe bia ba. Upesika akostati ejuma bi. Ohia bosia atre odwadie mu. Woye government ana private worker ohia sika de ate hot bi so. Woye busumi ejuma ohia scantem pa bi so. Any na quick credit be ma obosia mo chia ne kakra. Eye collateral free loan na susu savings account opening deposit BRNim de hia ne se woye Ghana ni na wo Ghana card se wanye adwuma afiwe mu de kodia na wo na wo pe o excuse BRNim for quick credit e was 0302200390 and 0596920833 number for BRA frewa enye quick credit shenen so say quick credit and loan e wo internet so enti shena obiara andada Bank of Ghana amomu dwede hu kwan na kaise nhihye da ho.
Quick credit. Lending made simple.
Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benmua. Kani mitutu ya na minkuma bua sese die. Betu esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules.
Give it to me, baby.
Give us core capsules as well.
A man meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amama nya yem timotete wo mo no. Yedru no. Manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules. Mrs. Moye ding. Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Hey, give us in no. A man ni jia bebusuemu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. And ni give us core capsules bomu nom dia. Na eni jeni ahode no.
Wabrudo.
Give us P capsules.
A man wadi if you do what you do kronkwa na efa.
Give us core capsules.
A painful abatra one more menu for ne nkwada woni if you do me nunka ho. E wodro store bia motifon ko Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile. And na Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 and 050-68-51135.
FD Ashusha Sa Ejedi Enkrato Imu Aja to Muse Eye.
Eya na enwanwa se ebinu mutimi kase omunhia ododa odokan sa wobra wo mame odo a esom ebuo enuti yeyi mebu sumi edi esi ho no mo a yede kan ye mame no so ye biological mother or stepmother grandmother wives sisters and now say o bosses esum ubunti no eni e unso wo mame enuti Mother's Day 2023 Sunday May 14th Class Media Group at the Enna Pachadie a gift to mom Jumedie Ebreo Nia Wobayan say Wobe 300 words title it hashtag a gift to mom Accra FM. Send the WhatsApp number 0558-734552 to a letter come a wonderful mother. Nature send here or some na Mother's Day you children say what don't know. se ensemo no ede na eta kumemu a wo be win special dinner na wo no maame akodidi na manum na machiwani aka enna pa chedie e gift mo o maame e ya chedie eti me busumi mano achedie a esum ebo
Unim se onipa bia kan kro ene ne ba aya na ejine sisi so nanso ekoba se sisi ne ho kotechima ene na asempa ene dia bon eno nti ena make up for tabia herbal capsules e dia maw se yesisi ya dia pa ana age onipa bia na boso dia bomodia ne num tabia herbal capsules na aboyi di usisi mama mai na wonya sisi etimi abaduma pa se ya ayemtim ana age yefunu ya boso ama wuntimi nya wo hohia bomodia ne num tabia herbal capsules na yi ni ebefi afini pedienim ama wo yefunu adaho tabia herbal capsules ebuso ewo pharmacy shops any herbal shops ewo wiase afana nyina ana afre ahomatrufo yi 0243686861 kai se wo ma akranufo wo your painful ana wondi infedu wochia wonnum bi tabia herbal capsules wonsunum
Accra, yeah, mommy. Oh, what is it? I was so full of me. I say, sure, we don't want to have a here. No, what life was a sound. Maybe we are come on, Debbie. We don't know what we are from the honorable. We never quite was so full. Because you were new. When you saw them, some music that to be possessing. Go home. No way, wife, what do you want to be again? Yeah, what do you want to fire? Woto ye mrade ese ye ma wotunya o me yimu be ye de ya brabo be ye fefefe ne nupe no ma ya pabe ye bie ye pno hiama ya kwabe papa wo sikanso ni medi hiao o jesi jana wa braye onyono amemu oboni esi konto bohini ye hu fitempo aye se koko ona wo beka semno ya sha won funuma timemu fu na ye pray dola bako Sidi Timinto, drop quiet day, Gavin Timinto, 24 class, so I will Timinto, Kakoye baby, so boys was a Timinto. Can you something among more? Quincy, they are when you in a share, Makume, mama, yeah, and not don't when you know me too. Quincy, they are when you in a share, Makume, mama. Da 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 da. You cut off the shit. Tell you, boy, umbrella so you bet you step by the red. What do you do? What you say? Now money my bush ya for a budget. Yeah, why don't you was a cananya? My cananya wasn't quite a news idea. When you were rough, he says you put down no boo boo. Yeah. Tell fool when they kill you. So corruption and dirty games. The more rough is I'm breathing cafe. Yeah. No say we are swap for. Everyone that can need me and I want you for. But since the day you can run rumble, who soon you will buy a better set of food. And you don't want you now me too. Who you be no share. Yeah, I beg time you to slow down. It's not too five music. Daddy, what's up? It's another blue jeans thing, you know. Let's see on the beat. Do. AY City, Ohio City, Kumasi Tadi, Ghana. It's your boy.
All right, Emmanuel Wilson joining in the studio. Chief Crusaders Against Corruption is here. Mensa Thompson, Executive Director, ASIPA, joining us in the studio. Akwaba. But me video be me pese me de eche one T4. Ansah Oba na me interview physician assistants and now much omukogumu. And I hope the video on the description out to so we did not do it. All right, so my percentage amount for exclusive video be Ansah from Accra Central Police Station. Baby, I'm de a physicians Nikoguye.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so young uncle baby, omode. So what a trotro mo, what a tax mo, baby, I will be ano, mobi shabi. Obi a okwa pa adwuma no okwa pa yo onye nipa bonini onkura tu onkura ba onkura bibia
Then let's just try and keep on with the media engagement. Phones, Zoom, morning discussions. Tomorrow. But somebody should be coordinating that.
Yes. Your message should be one. Yeah. And if you have
Then let's just try and keep on with the media engagement. Phones, Zoom, morning discussions. Tomorrow. But somebody should be coordinating that.
Yes. Your message should be one. Yeah. And if you have
dear Bonnie Nkwa. So they decided say ombeka ko kan omo asem I mean peacefully actually but Wilson you just watched it. You just watched it.
Did can aminchate for
and still roll it
what is happening here. Truthfully, I say Ghana agency mafia. First off, then you're more crime. And draw me monetize me buy and so my conversation I'm taking. Simply because obviously you're more posting.
That's all. Yeah, that
is all. Sebe in Mufra Ako School and our young men and women Ako School. Obi bia particularly obi or your parents bia nebo time say measure me bedroom pen so be na me ban so you responsible. So me ban impo and ban be share me list on your responsible. But at the end of the day, you have in Kwabena school and Brandon so HRS after they going through that process, a buying and it is a momo postings.
Into Omo Anko presidency, Anko to Abo, Omo Anko Rebecca Fee, Anko Shine Bian. All that they decided to do, I mean, peacefully,
and that is all. And the response I made TV, please for when say. Please, for any say route I agree on. They decided not to use that route. Whether they use that route or not, they decided not to use the route. Did it cause any problem? That's the question. Did it cause any problem? And a creative problem, being. On what grounds? Now, how you are treating them.
But Minya Sekufuadu na a year cool say Rollins and Kobe higher.
But you see, even the worst part of it is
when the books are from be high brutal.
A year worse Nimpone say, whether we like it or not, employment seems to be going on at the government sector through protocol. And quietly food soldiers and workers are being employed.
Really?
At least minimum crowd and dress and rich ya me baba ko e catch him say on wa catch him for so many a number of months so up a juma wo one of the services inti say me te say omo ebia me alert no for about 3 or so months ni I have been looking for information whether just about 2 or 3 days I know Michelle no catch him say Nicole Kibi has gone through training. Omu be a recruitment attention the time report and time no mu be. Into recruitment seems to be going on quietly, and yet those that genuinely are looking for employment, it they are because they don't belong to a political party that is in government. Look at how they are being treated. Now, isn't it so painful? Say, and sebi in free, and now these young men and women, inka almost relate any of the political figures in this country. Is this how they will be treated? In Branankasa, not just in Branankasa has become partial. Instead of Imbrana protecting citizens, Imbrana has decided to rather fight against citizens. I just pray, say, Omo Association Omo Wono, they will come together and then find a way of getting a strong lawyer. Now, young Omo picking this case on so that these individuals will be compensated if they need to be compensated. Ghana. At least they should try it and let's see. Because, and yes, look, what is hurting is it looks like every system in this country is breaking. Down. Everything is breaking. Please, for credit of protecting your cry, it is breaking. And look, the worst part is even you remember this galamsey in Semiso. Yeah. Even the worst part is the one of the security and you ferry on the military. So say they are being abused. Oh, the military in the they are even being abused. It's gone. Ghana military is gone. Why? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Why? Why should this happen under a regime just because what? Abiding the wasunti. It's gone. It's gone. Because abiding the wasunti, and to say you traded the future of Ghana, and to say you break every system. Vigilante boys, Akufo-Addo vigilante boys, they have power more than the military. Of course they do. Yeah, and you see. Yes, that is the same problem Sudan is facing now. One says Sudan, Amino, and RSF one and Kabum no mutu, Bashel. Yeah. Now they want to integrate RSF one into the army. Exactly. Not knowing say RSF one rapid response for no. Militants no not knowing say a two akodi woman sem kura no more than the official military military for no. And now the militants no RSF for no they are about and me feel na me read akakuma no conquer Sudanese army no. And that is what the Kufa do, the environment they are creating for that almost military is useless. That the day they will ask their boys to go into town, the military cannot stand the might of their weapons. I mean, that is what they are doing. Recently, look at what is happening on social media. Where individuals, civilians, blatantly, to me, attacking police for. Yeah. Attacking military for. Yeah. The system is breaking. It is a better say as a minor de biaro whether because my buying was into the mamin. Look, what we are doing to this country, we have no idea. What we are doing to this country. You allow just a handful of people in the name of dominating and they form the executive power of this country. And into obia you do and almost some more conscience at this omukasanso omuna you din kakre bi pen na yekasa na yen kakra yekasanso because we are being targeted. Yeah. Into majority at this obia kasano so that because you see there's power in the masses. Yeah. There's superpower in the masses. So unkwa na oka no crese de na unkwa na oka menkwa na meka the rate at which we will be attacking faster. But oka meka we ka obia aka everyone will see say indeed. Look at these springs taking place in the Arab world. When the masses teamed up, they were able to save their future. Yeah. When the masses decided to team up, they were able to save their future. And we are sitting down and people are just playing football with our future. We pass them away, we are passing away, we are passing away. Look, in Kakran, said this young men and women. What if you watch a video? What if you have already and family? It will get to your doorstep. Well, if you are MPP in Trinidad, it will get to your doorstep. We are in Trinidad. It's so sad. It's sad. It's sad. But their followers are so happy, and that's it. Tabia heba mesha or say the leading treatment of malaria. I will Ghana.
nti di yade hawa ejijiwa tabia heba mixture ya agibi ana omode tabia heba capsules aba constipation so yemo atim na osisimi ya ojun bebia enya eya nubi wosi abatan apemfo wona oni finche bi wotwe nhwe omu yi pa no eye course na omode ama say ni pekwe ni ensa na tabia heba center say nimwe omemu pharmacy shops and heba shops nada okansi drug lane ubenya bi from 0243 686861 onsa ebetimi aka omo mamenka eye quick credit investments and one some enchero omma bosia eye bosia omma no ye no na bemu abrabo atimi agina so ene entrefie hwe obi anim na nekra ye say ekwakuo wotema ne ba ene kwakuo wontema ne ba oti ohwe ne ben say ya no dia hyem mo no adi ya kwapabosia ne fa ye adwuma mesrew mansanya adwuma ehunsi wonu kakra bi wo mo sori ahomache emetata emedwojo Ghana for quick credit emie ye de abremo wose de ohia ne ye Ghana card from 059692836083 me boss bio 0596920833 onsa ebetumi aka womo Afric Gardens ewo Dansuman ai kwesi ada bia boss gaja a Sunday pork buffet and ice cold beer yachi adino domido so nim domido ya vini asre vini ya ese abeko domido yachi domido ipa na beer bi esi wona etinsuo kwesi ada bia Afric Gardens ewo Dansuman bosso every Sunday a free area PM hi a free area donko pepepe after church no dia temu live band etaso open spicy grilled pork chops pork kebab pork pepper soup grilled chicken hono one more fried yam chips afra fried potato and kenke or dia one na Afric Gardens ayemia bi etese catfish abakade na vegetable fried rice wamuye with grilled chicken tasty jollof wamuye with grilled chicken fufu any enkwai papa bi kwasi adaso etaso Afric Gardens eba live band pa dia na why betumi omo we efiada na ebo memenda ebo kwasi ada na jijim sa holidays there 7:30 p.m. enwe tuwe ya dwada be ya holiday wo bu abuje wo bu abuje ho sa Accra Street Party and the Accra Chop Bar comes to you live on Accra 100.5 if you ada bia nyumre nonkron kopem se obeti atom sei kinkom yango Afric Gardens Dansuman 10th close Dansuman High Street obe Ave Maria Johnson a man from 054 778 2012 on sabeka womo na said yina yenim no yeka no na yeka opose ni aduro imboost heba mesha esiesie ni padua abusu ye immune system no ama watimi agina wo na so ye papa opose ni aduro odi aba enie wo se ya anum bia na wo so enkuntia yarwa hodo krankra hodo o memo pharmacy ni ba shop so benya bi from 0246 208496 onsa ebetumi aka womo enu omo eninsa woso enapa achade no yegusu a ya yeji omanfo omo enkruche ene abasoboya omode ma omo maamenom yegusu a ya class media yeji top choco o say top choco chocolate spread no dia ba de fabrudum edi kankan se enwumre pa wo koda na so no wo de kakra fa panu mu ne de chai One the top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink aba. You know so Milo and sichiri ya ne makrom diafra. Nanti wodie uhia ne se waje wunsu mediana mpeniso nipa na ice room na nya paya ehie na de to ho a fanti fota kra de pa ope omo papa na wunya social so dia na ne ekọ mampomden esiesi dipadua wo se frɛ 0243033033 wonsa betumi akam. Okay, so let's go straight to this Galamsey issues and other matters. Now, yango tie Akufo-Addo. Wabra Opa Professor Frimpong Boateng on Galamsey. Right? Wabra Opa Frimpong Boateng on Galamsey. How many minutes? All right. So yango tie President Akufo-Addo. Opa ure yentie ehono yentie ehono kwamra. The
next person I'm going to introduce to you is one of the senior figures in our country, a man of high achievement, huge international reputation, and who is coming into politics that he has been the last few years because he believes strongly that Ghana cannot develop properly if people like him sit on the sidelines when important decisions are being made about the future of our country. You can't go into the CV of such a man. It goes on and on and on and on. Professor, you have to come and stand beside me. You all know him. He's a world-famous doctor, the founder of the cardiology department at Kolebu. He's run Kolebu. He's also at the same time an industrialist, a technologist, somebody very much a hands-on person who believes in working with his hands and has a lot of very, very positive and creative ideas about how we can bring science and technology and innovation to the development of our society, to the development of our educational system, to the development of our industries and enterprises. The same token, of course, the protection of our environment is now a matter of great urgency. We can't continue towards the degradation of our lands and forests that we have witnessed in these last 10, 15 years and hope to be able to bequeath to the next generation a safe and workable Ghana. So I've invited Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng to come and take on this onerous task as Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. And I have no doubt that 4 years in this office, especially if the money people in our party, in our government, are able to provide him with the relevant resources, we'll see a radical transformation of many of the ways in which we're doing things in Ghana, all for the betterment of our country and for its progress. So he's a man who has been honored by everybody in the world, locally and internationally. He's this man who has come and
Willie Akwabebi. Now, Ima, quick one straight. Listen to Akufo-Addo talking about Professor Frimpong Boateng, a senior citizen, a man of achievement, a man of huge international reputation, and the reason why I offer now to come and help me say a safe and workable Ghana, a future generation. This is Akufo-Addo. But question about me to say. Akufo-Addo Okasa, whether a can language or English, no. The all can be what you say.
Well, may I say. In fact, as if say we're thinking alike, because baby and campus and Michelle not just the message, but the messenger. Okay. Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. That was the first thing and campus and Michelle Sifionmo. Obi Bia, I mean, the kind of person we have come to know, His Excellency Akufo-Addo, no. Very clear say on you bia okasa it is a will be a funny serious.
On Tiasia na say washeda.
And no dear mean to me and kunitimu and find out. But from the physical things I mean, clear say Asembia his excellency Kufado Bekebiano and ya dear to say funny serious. And this is funny serious because on one year say he doesn't even believe in Nsema Onwa Okano. And there are thousands of examples right from first term Owini year 2016, the first 4 years. In fact, middle of the first 4 years, and I'm who say, look, this man, maybe anyhow, or can I say funny serious? In May, I stopped taking his words seriously right from 2018.
I see.
No, that is when me decided I won't take him seriously again because on him he doesn't believe in Nsema Oka, and we can go through the specifics. The Biamidisa say Obia debated this position of mine on Treme. Out of the thousands of policies and thousands of plans, any thousands of promises are Ekufado, His Excellency Emeki Ansah, their president. On Treme, out of the 1,000, not on Treme, 5 pay. Second term on way.
Yeah.
On Treme, 5 pay. Right from 2016 to 2023, Yen Chairman Nema 5 per His Excellency Kufado with me. And that is why I wasn't surprised. And a very debate between Onwa and the vice president as to whether or not Omusi Airport and as they are not building it. Because Enamkano said as in Nsema Okano, who say he doesn't pay any taxes for it.
Okay.
So
Ima, from your point of view, would you say Washeda? I think there's something, excuse my language, fucked up there with him. There is.
I as I said, what is going through on no dream, I wouldn't be able to tell. But many there I can see until I can make deductions out of it. Many actually clearly say in Nsema Onwa Okano, unbelieving in Nsema Okano. Now say Obi Beka Bibi na unbelieving in it are two things. It is either say o take Omwa Omutin for granted, and now say in Nsema Oba Bekano, Obi na Ekengu na some say Ombra Beka. If Meka Bibi says and I don't believe in it, two things. It is just because Minimsa Sema Mika I don't believe in it, and so Meka Omo Muti they will applaud. Until let me come and say it, even though I don't believe in it. And yes, answer there. Well, I know Minimsa Sema Mika intro. So it is not my words. Until the Ameda Mesoreno, Sembra Society said Medekasa, moving to the podium, no, someone will quickly come and put a speech in front of me and tell me say me ready. And now so Odeke Gumasum say, can you say and I can say. Knowing very well say in Nsema Yese Mengo Kano, I don't believe in it. But because it is not my words, no, I will say it. Indeed, well, the president was the one who can say Galamsey obey a thing of the past. President is the one who catch and say Obabe protected the public purse. President is the one who catch and said there won't be corruption in his Nabemu. President is the one who catch and said there's going to be free SHS as they say young baby educational system no. And it has virtually collapsed. And the kind of people we are producing out of education will summa your future, the future of this country. The president in the buy no be catch and said there's going to be one district, one factory.
Okay.
This is the same president who can say one district, no, one constituency, $1 million or 1 million Ghana cedis or whatever. And also you know, it goes on and on and on. I'm sure say it's here for if we give them the chance, we'll be able to make the thousands of things that the president said. Okay. Basically, there hasn't been any commitment to any of it. And look, when the president is talking, for me, anytime I see the president and I hear the president talking, now who said people are taking him serious, and as a people say omumbre tuning in to even listen or watch. I ask myself, these people, is it that they don't have anything to do with their time, and that they just want some form of entertainment? In John Bettinasana, I also need to what is going on. Because the bottom line is the man speaking Nankasan, the messenger Nankasan, unbelieving in the on your committed to the message now or the banner. But if I'm not committed to the message I'm bringing, why would you want to waste your time? And for about 6 or so years now, are you telling me say most Ghanaians are not aware of this? I mean to say, said it's a president, banning a cast president Bekasa. Still, I will get some people trying to listen to him. It's just a total waste of time. Listen, you tell me one single thing the president has said this 6 or 7 years. What demonstrated practically say, or you're committed to it. I don't believe in it. You just give me out of the thousands of 2016 MPP manifesto, 2020 MPP manifesto, out of the 1,000 policies, take all the sectors. Just take one sector, take all the sectors, and give me 5 things, pet. Just 5 out of the thousands of things, under education, under security. And then you hand my screen. Yeah. Under education, under environment, under whatever, science, medicine, health, whatever. Look at the sad thing that took place. Me that sorry one day me share internet so now I was in the country me share internet so yes the president organizing some program there or awarding Crawford. I be show more or awarding he awarded the health minister. What's the name? Diofi Bono.
Kofi Ajiman.
Ajiman
or something.
Like seriously? When this man himself look at the things on sir committee of we say almost setting up for parliament to probe him during after the COVID issues. No, look at the mess he committed.
But I believe that going forward, that should be there will be 3 criteria, and expected from a presidential candidate that you should be about 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And you should be of sound mind.
Yeah.
And yes, sir.
Yeah.
And a Ghanaian citizen.
As a Ghanaian citizen. Yeah.
So, and I think we are always particular with the age.
And whether or not the Ghanaian citizen.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to define what constitutes sound mind.
Yeah, sound mind.
That's the problem.
And I think for what we have experienced now, before 2024, all the candidates, a psychiatric center.
Now, said this
any hospital to check.
This your call. Sorry to catch you, but this your call. It's not really a new call because Mekaipa and I think either Kufuor time and I say the election now Eddie Mills bar first. No?
Kufuor time.
Yeah. The presidential candidates,
Dr.
Pakwesi already that issue. So it is not new. You understand? Already and Kufuor Ebuguye. People didn't see the sense in it, but at least. No matter how long it has taken, we are now beginning to see the relevance of that. Yeah. Because see 40 years, we have mechanism to determine the age, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We do. Now you are talking about whether or not a Ghanaian citizen and Ukradua citizen. We have the mechanism. Why is it that we don't have the mechanism to determine what constitutes sound mind?
And I said the constitution patch.
Why is it that we are not committed to putting those mechanisms in place to determine what constitutes sound mind?
Because at least see it me detect this okay. You might obi sound mind. Wa baby president. Or ye bibia. Then maybe you never find so washada.
Exactly.
But you say they say Obaka say nipa na said that because you don't even know his the state of the mental stability.
Open a can of worms. So
yes, no. But it's serious.
It's a serious matter. It's just because the beer country we cannot be polite anymore, and now we need to take things seriously.
Yes.
And I am happy the background you gave. The 3 criteria. There are criteria in the constitution. It's a constitutional thing. A constitutional thing.
Yeah.
It is a constitutional thing. How come the constitution and now the nation, for the time passing, we've been able to put structures in place to determine
the Rolling Sabah and the 4th Republic. Kufuor Ataman Sabah Jomaya Baba Kufuor for what we are seeing, we need to be serious as a country and going forward. So be so baby president as you no mental check
should be certified by a
psychiatrist.
Yes, you understand.
But then again
don't you make us you're opening a
use your microphone here.
you're opening a can of worms and say what kind of constitution is what the requirement is not just the person contesting elections but also the ability to vote. Your constitutional requirement for voting was you must be 18 years and above and of sound mind.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
How do you want
because you are but
MPs and all those things.
Yes,
that is what
how do you determine the mental validity of about 30 million Ghanaians? Are you saying say the Ghanaian should go to a psychiatrist for a psychiatrist to certify him before he can present himself to the polls? I
think it's a debate we are putting across.
But I'm sure I think one of the countries, I can't remember, says here, one of the countries, so when your driving licenses are only your mental.
A lot of them says your psychiatric evaluation.
Exactly.
But not election.
No, election. But if that's all one drive was our countries, but they find time if they get throughout the year. Throughout the year, a whole year exercise. Just find time, go to the hospital. You say, over from microphone, what about them and ask for more them? But now says, who could the president? What about them through fear? And I would the air bar or you didn't see about them. Yeah, we can allow you to be president. What about them? You didn't see about them.
But then again, my worry is in Africa, your way, we know how politicians use laws. So we are. But then the president said now as part of the requirement they will say you will be a mental evaluation. So
let's amend it. then focus on the presidency because he decides for everybody. The president and the vice I think
that is fair. I think not just president, the vice president, chief justice, Speaker of Parliament,
National Security
Cabinet ministers. Yes, I think you should pass some sort of psychiatric examination.
It is. I'm really happy.
Yeah, because the constitution. Because the constitution cannot say you need to pass a psychiatric sort of test. You need to be able to be of sound mind before you can vote. And the constitution, the framers of the constitution will not envisage that. Will not envisage that to be in a position to be voted for to lead the public, you will not require some sort of mental, validity. I think it's a right conversation.
Because one more typical example, gentlemen, like my own very good friend, Simon Osemensa. Sometimes he acts in a very weird.
Joe Seusu.
Okay.
Joe Seusu.
Okay.
On the surface, he looks like a very fine gentleman.
Obiena,
Otimi Kasa, he's a quite Ebia or
because for instance, Otimi Marcasa, up like a caterers Ecuador or drivers are going Shelby. We have a short with the sometimes my videos media, I feel like no, this guy there's something wrong somewhere.
No, for me,
but he's a minister.
Better late than never. Ekufado.
Mean steady. No.
Ekufado bedina kasa.
No, you see, look, me.
I don't know.
The thing is, you guys. The thing is, I am happy, and that's why I say this conversation about out earlier. Ghanaians didn't take it seriously. And I'm happy, with Yakov over how many years? About over 10 years, and we are bringing it up again. I am happy. Uti Minu side. There are diverse positions, but the bottom line is that is why it is structures that rule a system. Into constitution, I'm very sure that if you call in a psychiatrist, Obama a fair definition of what a sound mind is. I get in it. And I'm also happy you even mentioned there are countries driver license cry, you need to check.
Mental validation.
There are systems that we can do that.
And talking about as you just sent me a message that KTM also needs mental validation.
Kwabena, when they were buying women mental validation, when they were buying women, and I'm saying that the young fans starting for Ekufado. Sometimes Ekufado Kasa, I am
so now it's here, and you might confront some common buying. What Tia Kufado and some more Kafa Galamsey and from Prom Boating claiming is an astute achiever, medical surgeon, senior citizen, with huge international reputation, and Obabe Bois for them to safeguard, the future of Ghana. When you look at them, when you listen to some professor, you ask yourself, they could find a kind of OTS here. And now I said that.
Maybe. Yeah. Aside the how do you call it? The mental within, and it is not for fun under the frameworks of the Constitution because they realize that the Constitution as it is, and that's why I have been calling over the past period for a constitutional review. Now, the frameworks of the current Constitution, you say, because of the way the Constitution is, Ghana's Constitution, it gives so much discretionary power, so much discretionary powers to the extent say unyo obi no be lead na or allow power to say they can say absolute power corrupt absolutely or na or allow power to corrupt him or her. Decisions will be making. Sabi even if our sound mind cry, you will start to doubt, and it is just because of the kind of discretion the Constitution itself has. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, since 92 this year, we mentioned presidents are union now. It is very clear, say we can get a president obey abusing 100% that discretionary power, and that's a typical example we are going through now under this current government. The discretionary power in the Constitution, it is being abused left, right, center. And it is either we say, look, let's go back to the Constitution, review it, and reduce that discretionary power. And yes, so they are young coming up clearly with what really constitutes soundness of mind. Sound obi bia we may decide in person the young ma obi bia, but here starting for bia presidents, just like the people you mentioned, this group of people, that group of people, and then gradually it goes into all of us.
Me fear any say. See, I am saying MPP need to be president.
And see, I like fellas are sending message, and I want to read the message. I say, Bobie, research has shown that older people are more predisposed to having mental issues. So why the need for the age limitation in the first place? I think we should put an age limit on the upper limit age, like 70 years instead, right? Okay, so the world is evolving. More advanced countries have presidents way younger and are giving their countries better leadership than the 79-year-old president we currently have.
My position on this matter is I've always said, I absolutely do not any sense in the fact that the Constitution will give me a right to vote at 18, but will only give me a right to be voted for to become member of parliament at 21 and president at 40. I think it is absolutely flawed. The reason is very flawed.
Whatever the reason
if you are saying, say, at 18 years, I am old enough to vote for some to decide that this person is fit to be president, but I'm not old enough to put myself up for leadership. It's wrong. The premise is just flawed. Because you see, the Constitution provides these two distinct rights. And the right is joined. It's the right to vote and the right to be voted for. Two inalienable rights. The right to vote and the right to be voted for.
So if at 18
I can vote, the Constitution is saying
means me in your
president. I cannot be voted.
I cannot be voted for. But determine
if I'm capable of determining who should be there, why can't I
put myself up to be there?
I think it's a very interesting conversation.
So that whole is just flawed, and I think that it's one of the amendments that must happen within our constitution immediately. You see, suddenly they'll send a text message in the can. The world is evolving. You see, and we need people in their prime. You see, next 10 years say on mine.
They don't
care. America, former President Jimmy Carter is still alive.
Sure.
Jimmy Carter, who was president in the 90s, is still alive. Bill Clinton is still alive. Bush is there. Obama is there. Why? President at 79 will they be there? And they play very important roles in their system. What I say? So they are taking decision now. And two man so when you go abuchira man to man so want until we take a decision there
to be honest, look at the Kufado's age. You ever see a true crown? You say young children to know our crown.
We your crown. The prison Bernard in the Koto. And you did one year on himself. What I say, until we need when people become a president by Obama over time I was saying 50 something years 54 50 say what I say wrong when another 20-30 years ahead of him as a private citizen a president in the 8 years now one abodam for Sebi Omasa Ebon Kokra. It almost sell minor.
Age comes with mental
distress, dementia, Alzheimer's. You can't say anything yet. But you see, we should do ya. Utilize Omona.
But many a man kakra. Yen nanum krano. Na omunim say enyini or how womb said the Bible aka. They know. And the yan yaka say yini ye. Nyamui. Why would you wrong who crosses Yada Yamasho? And why? But who bomb by saying I'm so much but what most sentence be so one now but yen and no sent to crown on a bit we do on here do baby as yes they know that
they are question so they because what I say and usually kwa see him kwa na say no adia edi camp mo hwe pa one usuku se wadwene usuku sem o krachi sem adwene no enafi enti you say ebusuku okra akonwa no edu so pa wo say odi but ye hwa adwene ni so ban na
no na say ashanse region say edam ye say edam pie wabusuam and no when I say wabusuam no you are done
I said there was this Ashanti region and get is on no ye Asante because of things like this, you understand? I don't feel what can offer. You understand? That one is very important.
Don't blame the old men, blame the youth that voted for the old men.
That's
about them.
Talk earlier.
You see, true. You see, it's a situation multifaceted. Come now, intimi emblem youth in come easy. You can't blame them from choosing a kokra. You understand? Unless you've provided very viable alternative of young, viable candidates. And you can't say, Yama Mebunusu, Indian Limuti, Babunubiano, Wakofana Bijino, so bit say Samuel Kodio Ponkroma. Why Galam say, no, Bijana, so no be president, na, you say, oh, ye Pebabunutini Akofano. Maybe. You see, there must be a fine blend between, age, maturity,
so mental intelligence
is very important. Remember every now and then, and the average person will be able to attest to it. We always say, look, in His Excellency at Amos, I keep saying, and that no vice president, sa energy ni ahokika no sa time no na nkoye president he would have been super nyema nkobe sesano.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
We've all been saying that. So in other words, anyone who says this no, I allude to the fact say age.
Even the NBC people agree say Professor Nos Niyari any hano.
Exactly.
So I think we should pay attention.
We need to. And we have because you're sharing your future and you're messing up. Look, me the reason why today I look a bit heavy and sad is that look, unless people are not seeing what I see from where I sit, but your future is a cooler blue.
Very bleak.
See also, this country doesn't have future. The way things are going, our system. Look at what IMF came to say. What is they doing?
Future ni dia yewo na ne papa mu future ni dia say yewo future ni dia whether good or bad.
But if you have a bad future,
within the next 5 minutes, in person about upon command responses ni we ni so. But within the next 5
minutes, akasa.
So what oye ba ko no no dum ka ko free.
Yes, we
will talk about it. But the point is say Tommy, young guys here. Tommy meaning say we a lot of criminal activities are and yet MPP nkwane.
Yeah.
Even right now, there are certain things MPP in connivance
with the
NDC elements
B.
And
also, yeah.
And they are promising them that busuba power me a danger mame.
Yeah.
Because say I'm in the Ansah no. No. Esa no so menyi no so benya bia ja wo mo.
Yeah.
And these are omo ne MPP for the carbon aba betrama ne mabusu akon so.
Yeah.
E ba sa omo no unu say Haiti adane gang state.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's supposed to be one of the richest countries.
But adane gang state because we na ne nkrofo benya no masesa. We no mo ne nkrofo benya no masesa. And Jeffrey do masesa wi asa yento atu. And o ma build boys. And that is the danger we are all talking about.
Kwabena, you see, this is a problem. You see, some issue I think say it's not really about age, but you see, the two main political parties, NPP and NDC. You were encophobia within the two parties they have catalyzed. They become a catalyzer. They formed
a cartel.
Some of a cartel of a sort. Kwabena, they protect each other.
That is the danger.
You see, and the problem is not just young people. Old people from I'm not chilling colana and penny for not chilling colana say no politics no.
Yeah.
What you say? And penny for no cocraphone or not chilling of France say politics no say no. It will never could see I know watch out tobacco she ha. Now only say yeah. But over 30 years you are 10 and that Ghana for say oh what time I want to say but what can defeat Sadewi and awakened citizens? Say the citizens will be awakened. Kwabena
Masa also be awakening system so they come say
and America say
America say misro say one here on my baba bedane gang state.
Yeah.
But what I mean to say we end this near ni sami oku and build the wealth. And I say we build the wealth. Na me to na me help. O dey say e die nya e be build say be do be see atwa ho ne di see ani. Na dey be CBS.
Kwabena, you see
because there is no principles in the system.
Kwabena, you see
that's the way.
Kwabena, you see
principles in the system nimbi.
Kwabena, you see I always say this. It is not bad to build wealth when you have politics.
No.
I always say this. Say young people, business people, the citizens or politicians can build genuine wealth when they have access to power. Power itself, you see, it's a facilitator. Obia abro beye in esu ni trim ena obewia ade a eye temamufo ne de obaje temamufo ne to na wakakodi because so access to political power. You don't need to steal from the poor people to be able to be wealthy.
Mame advance where you kakra. Me to me imagine say as Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Any quite say obi belonging to a political power and sign with me.
Exactly. Far from that.
Send this bow, MPP bow. The system should be in such a way that every Ghanaian can work.
The same thing in America. You must build the system. Build the system. But build the system. But for the politicians, when you say politicians, so they are career politicians. Most of the politicians only know apart from politics. So they are career politicians. And Obia a career, they want to go forward and grow. There's absolutely no problem with that. The problem is when they put this personal interest at the forefront of decision making at every point in time and make sure say they sacrifice the interest of the people. And you can make us say, oh, you're a politician, say, oh, you're minister of state. You don't need to secure a project, build the school, build the hospital. You don't need to steal that money. By virtue of being a minister of state, that is why you see there are certain privileges that will come to you, which are genuine privileges you can harness on.
Yeah, and you're illegal.
Yeah,
and nobody will fault you. But it is come out for because school charge you for kobobusia. Mo say na ba na ma ko high jet na ma swans ka no asa egum asa de kwa hon no yakosie. And abroad baby, it is alien to us. Alien to us. And idea also this Akufo-Addo's regime should be the last time this thing should happen to the people of this country. Because we need to ensure say this is the last time I buy why? So you can genuinely do certain things. You don't need to steal from the poor. You don't need to destroy people's future. You don't need to destroy our water bodies. What's your say? There are so many things have got power. Obia own political power dano. Obia not on TSA. But political power it facilitates a lot of things. And yes, and Ghana yes, I mean so genuinely using political power to facilitate certain things, to create wealth for yourself. For me, I see absolutely nothing wrong with that.
But I have every cause to complain when only opposition could check COVID schedule.
Exactly. Exactly. To say, if I'm saying, COVID schedule. Almost was a canna. No, that guy, I don't see every corrupt act be an PM. Why? And now when they show the interview, the time I compare MP Fufro, who fully joy FM Fufro. Yeah. Interview be only KSM, yeah. Was see, on there, Oko Parliament, a better deal passer, deal with Parliament, not say, deal, it doesn't make sense, or better Parliament. No, I endorse it.
Okay, so for now, probably for now, no, baby, only baby, it makes sense.
And psychiatric examination, you say, all
right, so let's go straight to what Professor Frepom Boateng said about Kojo Nkrumah. On Saturday, and may read page 24 of the document. On Saturday, the 8th of February 2020, Minister Kojo Nkrumah, the Minister of Information, assembled a group of journalists from both NDC and MPP affiliated media houses at the Forest Hotel in Dodowa. Unim, sa me to emit one.
Incidentally, we were having a conversation. Yes, we were having incidentally.
Thank you.
Sadly, we were having a retreat. Civil society organizations, about 20 civil society organizations, we were having a retreat at the same hotel, Forest Hotel. Good. We were having a retreat at the same Forest Hotel, and I saw say they need journalists for ya. Some of the journalists around. Peter Kra, Peter dispatch. Peter, Michia Peter ne nkofo ya. I'm sure your friend is saying retreat 3 days. So we were there on Friday or more by on Saturday. Kojo Nkrumah number share Saturdays on Friday Sunday.
Okay, all right. Let me come up to this, man. So, on Monday 10th, February 2020, the Informa newspaper whose editor was at the meeting had the banner headline on its front page as reproduced below. So, Obobo Niema Informa Trofa and Hunina and the Informa newspaper no Ebabeto Akufo-Addo sacks Frimpong Boateng for soiling image of government. Akufo-Addo now soiling image Frimpong Boateng. Informa Andy can come.
Oh, mihun yeah, no.
Okay.
No, maybe I can confirm. No.
Okay. All right.
Andy can come. Mihun Peter. Your friend is saying. Peter dispatch.
Peter. All right. So young one got the response from Kojo Ponkroma. Quick one. Pacho Edaso. Young one heard the response of Kojo Ponkroma. Yeah, what they ma. Kwame so say ode to issue. Na anyway. Young one heard the response. Hello. Okay, all right. So, Kojo Ponkroma response our day Emma your friend is a professor from Boateng. Kojo Ponkroma response our day my any. Okay, so let me go through quick one. I'll say. And I write in response to allegations made against me by Professor Frimpong Boateng, former Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, and former chair of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. As a matter of personal policy, I generally do not respond to spurious allegations against my person. I have come to observe that with time, untruths crumble in the face of scrutiny. The Ghanaian public, being discerning, always figures out the truth after a while. However, I deem it necessary to respond to these specific allegations because they are contained in a widely circulated document authored by the former minister. It is important, therefore, to respond for the benefit of the record on the matter so that future generations benefit from the balance account. Okay, so secondly, he is a person for whom, like many Ghanaians, I have had great respect and admiration over the years. As painful as it is for me to expose the falsehoods he peddled about me in his report, I have no choice except to do exactly that. Otherwise, some persons may consider his account true and make judgment based on his completely false and fabricated account. I must therefore respond immediately and without equivocation, and it follows on and on and on. All right, thank you. Interestingly, when the video about Ponkroma eba out, no, untimi meka say no na say later I'll work on the video later. Okay, so issues about Kwaku Baako, and this is Kwaku Baako's response, and Mefa every paragraph 5. In the response, so he's talked about issues of distraction and all that, the new crusading guide and response and all that. But where he had a phone, chat with a professor, Frimpong Boateng and Hona Mefefe. Okay, so one, I'll say the following are my variables. Facts relative to my interactions encounter with you upon your assumption of office as the chairman of the IMCIM. When I made 2 telephone calls to you on 20th October 2017. Official MTN call chat available for verification and authentication. That's the purpose of which was to arrange an appointment for the Canadian owner of C&G Alaska Company, Simon Adin and Donat Enchua, the Ghanaian general manager of the company, to see you. Okay, so the Kwaku Baako and the editor of a crusading guide. But ye minister ewo MPP and minister no epese obi person minister ni share sa contract no so otimi eje na oye onu atimi arrange ema motumi ehia enya bone enya bone sa adwuma de uyiye bi ka ho a enye hwe enti Kwaku Baako adwuma baako a na adwuma baako asese wo ye no se we minister na ise open minister hunu na open minister hunu Kwaku Baako obetnya facilitate ammo ahia o problems o minister no or betimi ni na ahia o ya galamsey na onya problem na oja ya trip kata na we na concession ye free won sa Kwaku Baako a ono aka say otimi facilitate sa enema yehuna adwuma mo yesese. Okay, so the two telephone calls which lasted 4 minutes 25 seconds combined resulted in you kindly agreeing to meet the two gentlemen representing the company under reference at 4 p.m. in your office. Unfortunately, between point 1 and point 2, Kwabena went to me and can't yet discussions a call. So were there any monetary discussion that a beer or discussing neighbor a beer microphone say? So on what grounds and or create a meeting a from Boating any Canadian guy no any Leska for no. So which means there was something cooking na bibi wo. Yeah, because a businessman bibi anwa on fa and cram for bisu some pacho the person is here in the past anyway. So point 3, during my second call to you, same day 20th October 2017, I explained to you the purpose of the meeting you are scheduled for them in your office at 4 p.m. that day. I told you that the two gentlemen, one of whom Donald was a personal friend, intended to brief you on the consistent invasion of the company's concessions by Galamseyers since October 2016. Okay, so I also informed you about their claims that you were trying to get cabinet to suspend or cancel their legitimate lease for large-scale mining without due process and to dispel rumors that their concession actually belonged to Ibrahim Mahama. I remember telling you that they will be presenting relevant and authentic documentations to defend their case. I always promised to send you reports and documents I had gathered on Galamsey.
Okay. You see, and because sometimes I am not homogeneous or motobrofun. And Kokuba couldn't say, or ya no de or the Ibrahim Muhammad de Ebefra. Ne and no one no assembly equalization. Kwabena,
which is impossible.
Kwabena. You see, Kokubako is a pathological liar. Sakata wakanyi. It shows Kokubako is a pathological liar. And that has always been a stock in trade. Kwabena wakai, your friend is saying cool, kitchen cool investigations, kitchen knife, cool investigations.
Bentuane eta cool no.
Kwakuba betina TV so be catch and say we tape video visuals a trese na nkofo be yiku ampa wonu kwakuba ko in what capacity you name whether he is a member of the national security, in what capacity did kwakuba ko?
No, but that one maybe he is privy to certain things.
In what capacity? That's the question I'm asking. In what capacity? Kwabena, kwakuba ko is a journalist. Tisewa.
Yes. But then obetinya links within setups.
And
there's nothing wrong about that.
No, I'm not saying that there's something wrong. If you know, we have sources within places.
Exactly.
But Kokuba, one can say he has gotten information from sources or so.
He doesn't need to say
no. Tie Asamokan or say he has listened to audio visuals, followed through this detail. So the investigation now, the investigation was that somebody was planted among the so-called coup plotters. And so it means it was an operation by the security agencies. How Kokubako, a journalist in this country, was the only person, the only journalist, who said he had access to saw video visuals, event later, up to date. Not a single evidence on that coup plot has been able to provide him. What was Kokubako listening?
No. When you cry there, there are two issues. Kwabena etwa eto pola focus so say Wabra Serbia also the issues about Serbia missionaries in 2016 pola focus bekan say na onim until we meeting bi mu and we kopie so omo a meeting Kwabena Joy FM can say Paula Foko was in the meeting with the Serbians and they planned blah 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 and Obe provided videos
Bibiasao
to date. Now About critical no or say and watch on newspaper anymore. Newspaper anymore
video no.
You said it, and many poor Afokwa didn't come on several occasions. A idea you cry ya say, how can you lie? Because I be a crime age mates.
Yeah.
So how can you lie blatantly that you can provide video? Second one, Ansah one, the issue about first time I think around 2017, no, as 2018. Kwabena went back to the same and you see because. Junior, a friend say journalist from they are afraid of him.
Yeah.
Into a customer, I want to be interrogated.
Yeah.
Oko can say, Ansah one ne Ghana police from Penophobia da.
Yes.
Now obe providing
videos.
Any 2 days no go far porn. Prono AIB APA now obe kura pedi ase Kofi Buache.
Yeah.
Akwani triwu no I want Chinese di baby da. Or now they were trying say abinum person the shake Kofi Buache say Kofi Buache ene Ansah one ebente you but you see Ghana for a too smart say a porn and die. These two statements from Kwabena without providing a shred of evidence.
That is Kwabena stock in trade. Kwabena, here's a statement okay. Kwabena, at least based on the second reporter, your friend says second responser, your friend is saying, Professor from Boatin de Baye.
Yeah.
He's attached letters from the then Minerals Commission boss, Dr. Tony Obeng, indicating that Sassy in J Alaska free. What they had was just a prospecting license. They did not have any legitimate concession or any lease or any grant to do small scale mining. And what concession were being encroached upon by Galamseyers? The person, Kwabena, how can you don't have any legitimate right to mine in this country? So how can you claim that people were encroaching on your lands? You say Kwabena pathological lies. And then now you are saying then they were saying that the concession belonged to Ibrahim Muhammad.
No, say a perception, and that is what he's trying to.
Kwabena, the issue at hand. Are we dealing with perceptions here? What perceptions, Kwabena? Who in this country is perceived and say Ibrahim Muhammad has some concession somewhere? What sort of foolishness? You see, come now, we entertain such foolishness and mediocrity in this country, and we allow these so-called people because they speak in English, they write English and come and throw everything out in the public. Come now, the foolish attempt to draw the Mahama family into anything, but they
will tell you say Omuye closer to the Mahama family than you. That is a fact.
Everybody, we are not closer. They are closer.
I'll come back to you on Gabi on Kwabena response.
Well, so I think, look, this whole report, first off, Maminka say, in as much as they say report about Betujwe,
yeah,
I'm also a little disappointed in Professor Frimpong Boateng. That if he knew this all along, now from 2021, and a submitted report, now indeed he is doing this in good faith to protect the interest of Ghana. And then not till now. Is it that now are only on your part of the Abaino? And until now, all baby keka what he's saying now. But better late than never. Upon Nkrumah response of the Abbey, I mean, this not a response I want to talk about because we say it doesn't carry away and call response, not the buying. But what is so important to me is what Frimpong Boateng Ekache upon Nkrumah.
Okay.
In the response.
Okay.
And I want to read just one or two paragraphs.
Do it for me.
I said, dear Mr. Upon Nkrumah, and I think that this goes to not just Upon Nkrumah, but to all, especially politicians. I have read your response to what I wrote about you in the report. I sent to Chief of Staff a little over 2 years ago. You have denied what I wrote, and that is normal. You know why he said it's normal? It's normal because when him says, oh, I be moi. your number one interest is to protect the abaino. Into obi bia beka no kra na nim say no kra no ebe mess up abaini imager, you come and deny it. And that is a zeal. And upon Kroma, look, Emi ya say ye can be more omenya positions are per his age, he is also identified as one. Because the reality is that or disgrace the youth. You understand? No, he's disgracing the youth. What upon Kroma Ebia, I don't know, in your position from upon Kroma in your position, Felix in your position, none age in upon Kroma. Yeah. It's about I'm not talking about dear Omudi position. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, not the beats. Oh no, not the person. The beats in American was. Okay, I agree. And why? Me, when Upon Kuma was a journalist, to a large extent, I was admiring him. Yes, but you see, Felix Okujo to Black. Yes. Fifi Kwete. These were very young people. Professor Mos brought. Kwabena, look at how these people have handled themselves. Established up to date. We assume some of them could even come up to. And I have made reference to an interview by Ansah upon Kroma Babeye MP or make yes. So me do in Pempensuya. I will let my conscience guide me. That was all about it. But when it comes to everything has become the opposite. The response is so good. Then he goes further. The third one, which is an advice. Frimpong Boateng's advice to Kojo Opong, and by extension to everyone. My advice is always remember that political power is both short-lived and effervescent. In about 2 years' time, you may no longer be in government and you may experience the real world. Are you getting it? Yeah. You think, say, today you have power and until you will throw away the national interest for partisan interest. Even when you know how many times, I'm saying now with experience, how many times now your colleagues from the MPP encore public discourse, discussions near the UPIA, then they will tell you, Charlie, as a man now can they no crow. Then so I am the party into me can share. Selling their conscience to protect party instead of protecting the nation. How many times now politicians, especially Kennedy Japan, organize now more than some efa party no. So me can say me can. More than me can party no be collapse. Until you keep quiet because even if the party is messing up the country, you rather want the country to collapse and not the party. And no, so you crisis say all of us are saying the economy has collapsed. It has collapsed because almost to protect the economy. They are rather protecting their party and their party's interest. And individuals who seems to be giving them appointments and giving them contracts. Into that is what they will do. It is so disheartening. But you see, at the end of this all, the average politician doesn't learn. The average politician, the reason why you think the average politician doesn't learn is because on your power, he or she is busy amassing wealth. Into what the predecessors mistakes they end up doing the same mistakes and even worse. And that is exactly what we are experiencing here. Look, me, I have sounded a caution and a warning. You bet me but at the end of the day, justice must take its course. And if justice will take its course, indeed, under this government, I have lost absolute hope. But the next government that will come, whether it is going to be a different political party or what, as long as there's a new government that's going to be formed, if that government comes, now when to me input to some of these people to go through the legal process for them to be jailed, that government, it will be.
All right, so you're going to take Gabriel's response to a professor from Boateng, and maybe Masha Adiebi Ansah. Utie omunyina response no to me. Who ready kwaku baako? Who ready your friend say upon Kroma? It seems like almost choice of words as if they sat down.
Minister's understanding of his position is. if what I did was illegitimate, why don't you take the right action? He's going to report me to the minister as if he's a teacher, and the president is a master, and I'm what, a school prefect, and I've done something wrong. I mean, what kind of silliness is this? I mean, I don't even want to comment on that. That he reported me to the president. For the president to do what?
To call you to order.
The president is a lawyer. The president is a lawyer, and he knows that lawyers are supposed to what? To protect the legitimate business of their clients. So why would the president call me on a matter like this? Why would he even go to the president to complain? Because it's not as if he was going to say that when he got the soldiers to freeze or stop the people from working, I went to give a counter instructions to the soldiers. And the soldiers, ignored his and took mine. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're calling him, asking questions, snooping around. Isn't that interference, Gabi?
No, but really, isn't it what you do?
My job is to snoop around, get information, all that.
And my job is not to protect the right of my client.
I think he see. I can't speak for him, but you think the issue to do with Gabi as a person, not as a lawyer.
But I'm saying that when I called him, and he is in his report, I told him that I'm a lawyer for the company. If they have all the permits issued legitimately by the state entities that are supposed to issue the permits and licenses, if they are working, then you, the minister, you have no right to interfere.
But
that's what he did.
Yeah, but he found out.
What he did is rather what I saw to be interference. Even they are working, then you, the minister, you have no right to interfere.
But
that's what he did.
Yeah, but he found out.
What he did is rather what I saw to be interference. Even they are working, then you, the.
All right. Okay. So this is Gabi Otanako for you.
Gabi, you see, yeah, come on. Edena Gabi kai. One can you. Gabi ankashi. You see, go for him. And I'm makachiro mono. It's not about slangs. It's not about empty slangs.
Gabi say, self-informed writing, ejidi say, why you be on towarda. I mean, emrao. So you decided to go and, report him to a minister or a president. Then he asked a question. And beside a very stupid question. President Onyane Day. We know Gabi is a stupid boy. We know. President Onyane Day.
You see, Kwabena, Gabi is trying to create the impression, sir. He was just defending his client, which is the CAG company.
Exactly.
Kwabena, at least I'm not a lawyer yet, but I have benefit of legal education. Kwabena, this is not how lawyers defend clients. Kwabena. Senya CNG Alaska for no. Senya mo lawyer ne Gabi. And no lawyer ne yamfa ne lawyer bi wa ha opoku chambers. We did this a lawyer ne betima for phone Afri minister.
No way.
Akatire minister say,
no way.
Why are you interfering with my people's work?
No way.
Who brown dog? Come on.
So the only thing you can do as a lawyer, you go to court.
Yes, you right. You see,
from your chambers.
There are procedures.
Yeah, I agree.
You write to the minister, citing the complaints of your client. The minister will respond. If there's a reason for both parties to meet and settle the matter, or for some conversation to happen, fine. If there are no understanding, your best option as a lawyer is to go to court, is to sue the state.
Finito.
Wo Gabi, wo papa ben na practice. We will be lawyer. Wo law ben. Wo say your friends African Legal Associate okoti. You don't do anything there. What to my front? Wo mo kwaje nkofo legal worker. No ma free boys lawyers no. So say edwuma na mo. Eno na kese ajaben, na kese ajaben. Kese ajaben when Kise Jaben was in private practice.
Yeah.
Gabi ekoje African Legal Association omokoje omoko abontin om do man no koya be omofo kan bo fa kese ekoje your friend is a brief star. Omo ntimi nya adwuma no Africa se ajaben. Eno le ma okay your friend is saying ejapade ejapa.
Yeah.
One say na your friend say arrangement no na kese ajaben bo because they had worked as transaction advisors with African Legal Association. Exactly. And reviewed the contracts.
Exactly.
What you say? Lawyer papa ben. Lawyer papa. Law school ko law school.
The point me say.
Law papa ben.
But the point me say. Said the kind. Me so ba me team say obey that for phone.
Kwabena da ben
not a Yakufado ye president. I want that privilege.
Kwabena da ben na Gabi. Why da ben na Gabi ko court could defend you obi. Da ben. Da ben. Again that say ya check no vata kronfo ya de no call your friend is saying omoye no our parliament ya okotena okeka ba fa kese a okokot da ben so these things are just untenable. Sometimes I don't know say be ya dwenu is antom be jamba keka slangs na e be Ghana for again who take Gabi kasa Kwabena. He shows that Gabi has absolutely no regard for the president.
President on your day.
He has absolutely no regard. Just a young bufu class from Paul Boatin or no Gabi no just on the cat the Kufado Nyan and the Kufado aye. In the one who report to Gabi no Emma Kufado. So that is what is Gabi saying. He say, how dare you go and report me to the president? The president, I order him to do what he has to do. That is what Gabi is saying. Say no before now no. Say from Paul Boatin akọ report na ma Akufo-Addo. Abra or no anything in the Akufo-Addo's government the one be can they find out to this me see there was a minister previous minister in Kwabena who told me in private say some time ago they were in cabinet meeting under Akufo-Addo. The president was not around. Dr. Bobie was chairing the cabinet meeting, and Gabi entered the cabinet meeting. When he came, all the ministers had to stand up.
Oh, how?
These representative ministers. No? Gabi entered the cabinet. Oh, Gabi, what are you doing?
I know Muina, sorry.
Yeah, they had to stand up because Gabi had entered the cabinet meeting. The ministers had to stand up.
Oh, I don't know no chair meeting.
The vice president was there chairing the meeting.
And the vice necessary.
I don't know.
No, but we are taking instructions from.
Anything that the board say now me prime minister.
Oh, Charlie.
Who report to me I'm a president. So on your meeting. That is what he's saying. If you listen to Gabi clearly, what he's saying is such impunity. Why are you know?
I should be the one reporting you.
I should be the one telling the Akufo-Addo to fire you, not you going to report me to him.
And as someone calling to report you to me.
Okay, you see, but I'll come back to you. Willie, media role in this Galamsey fight. Obuches cut 10 million Ghana cedis for the media, led by Samens.
Good.
City FM.
Yeah.
Bernard Avle. I think Kwame Sivakan was part.
Okay. Hey, champion.
Kwame Sivakan was part, right?
Chairman.
And then Kwame Sivakan
a friend is saying, telecom chamber.
He's multimedia. This guy.
What do you do?
Sorry, Chamber of Commerce. Our friend.
Oh, me affinity. Kenashigbe, Bedfebruary.
Media, but the media, Atames, who is a bodyguard to Gadwatch Dako, was seen and Obisina Senor Hosika. I don't want to go, but who shall say, see, I be more a say. Samens is putting the team together as City FM to play the defense. Omedikai Ekoye Gabi interview. Gabi Ewo Assassin Radio. So what happened? But the media aspect to the extent yes media for Bikura Ewo concessions ebi ewo generators eya mo de ma galamsey for rent. Peace FM reporter bi chin on there now discover fan account mu. So the media, it seems that amount for to Galano and they are defending the government on this galamsey. Yeah, 10 million Ghana cedis in there. Upon Kumano Machedi is gone.
I think the media, they really started well about the fight against galamsey. Publications, publicities, and then the education. Yeah, they really started well, and I was really impressed. So the latter part when it came up, said clearly, omu energy for whatever reason. I said instantly, our energy was coming down. Now I started getting worried because I was like, I thought more champion ID, which was very good for everyone. And what was so worrying was that not only was their energy coming down, but the issue of galamsey is exposed there. The way and manner in which omo try say omo be, I see say omo kan ho asem omo didi agrana omo yefi hono. And I'm not surprised that look, the omo friend some most the senior journalist Yura Kwekubako. I'm not surprised there's a banter going on between Onone from Pomboating. And it is simply because these are all individuals, they are in the media fraternity and they all seem to be having interest. You understand? They seem to be having interest, and then all of a sudden, Nyema Mustati, yes, we are committed to fighting galamsey. We put the presidency, on his toes, and all that. Then all of a sudden, more than to defend and rationalize what is happening. And I saw some, three different forms of shades and colors of water from different ways. Charlie, you know that right now, I don't even know which one is expensive. Whether a liter of water and a liter of petrol. I don't even know which one of them is expensive now. But if indeed water is life, now media, it is the fourth estate, realm of the estate or whatever. State of the realm.
Fourth
estate.
Yeah.
Of the realm or whatever. Okay, let's take away the realm. But the truth of the matter is that these are individuals and more the last resort. Say judiciary MSA up, SEBI, executive MSA up, as we are seeing. MPs or legislators are also messing up. What we're expecting is Kayina will run to the media to protect and to help us and to publicize. But it is so clear, say right now, most of them are also moving. I think they're also taking a cue from what the politicians are doing. It's sell your conscience. We'll sell the future of this nation. We'll join you to sell the future of this nation. Give us what we need to give us. And that is what is happening. Today, as we speak, most media houses, even their communication level, Anopa area and as a normal program, the focus, the topics to be discussed are determined by the executive.
I will send them a message about why Samens left the government. Sir, on and now, I think Central Belt.
Yes.
Coastal
Development Belt. And then the panel catch him say, "Osig Galamsey Kosu was Central region." In the coastal areas, we have no idea. We are just looking at Eastern region and Ashanti region. Easy crowd.
Surprised.
But in time, because that means I'm
what's really
the reason why
when you say Western region, you can't coastal development.
Yes, Western region in account. So which means Enyama Koso. Which some men they know.
Yeah.
Just that they are protected by Otabel. No mom de asofu ma men no money sankrofono akatakata omoni women groups, various groups now or more are join akato. But quick one, Tommy, so who should the media discussion on this matter? Meaning so follow. What do you see?
I think the media is highly complicit in this cover up. You see, Kwabena, Boni and Kofu Edin, they couldn't have done it without the media. They couldn't have. Look at how we practice journalism in this country. Say, when you say there are so many scandals are SCR, and the Ubisagan and he say, what happened to this particular scandal? What was the conclusion? Ghana for him.
Yeah.
And Adriano Eba, the media is so corrupt. So, almost so more. Almost so no more. Genetics are winner. No more fetching book. No more koje. Omunya just coming here. The next Jomba radio so happy birthday, happy birthday. Won't take happy birthday from an apartment to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to one. Happy birthday to one. Happy birthday to one. Because there are times that I wake up in the morning, I see so many disturbing stories going around on social media about this government. You tune into your radio in the morning, you tune into super reviews, I do a more discuss here.
But Manama typical Kwabena mentioned, but Manama also there are top journalists involved in this galamsey. I just want to let you know, say how corrupt this media is and how complicit, how much of an accomplice the media is. But on a running show, he or she determines what. No, you're not running the show for yourself. You are the fourth estate. You're supposed to be representing the interests of the people. What is happening? The role of the media is to shine a light on what is happening. What is your interest and your only interest? No. You see, the interest of the media can never be different from the interest of the people. Then the media have lost their way. Because why do we set up a free media? Why is a free media important in a democracy? A free media is important because Ghana for 30 million people BBC Yeronkophobia, you form the fourth estate of media. Woman never quenya at the console and him. I'll bet me a casamo ukofuate. I'm a Ghana for whom the console mining. Until Roma Esseno is a media responsibility, so somebody can hear so I'm a Ghana for who say, when they call Bonnie or mining, when they call ye. Until if the media fails, not the beer Bonisia. Instead of the media to shine a light on it, almost a touch like net so. Ghana for against a concern of my fetch, omijis cannot do light. And there's so many things. Come on, let me give you an example. Can Japan aye tape will be echo during the campaign? I see. Can Japan say you're too abandoning 2020? Or will the Koyi Sika? Edema, first deputy speaker, independent candidate, or command of bribe. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard that too. Or command of bribe. Or man of bribe, you know, Kata much man on my joining NPP crown one kind. I know the back NPP. Come on. Ghana media, you minister won't tell you. Speaker, and where you minister won't tell you. Come on. Yes. The speaker himself. Yes, but Omodi, everyone, Ibaka said, Omo recess. It's the benefit of the doubt. Parliament is on recess. But Kwabena, the media, I imagine, say, Omonte, say, a serious allegation that your first deputy speaker of Parliament was bribed. He was bribed to join the MPP. And by virtue of that bribery arrangement, that is how he became first deputy speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Ghana and some for you many as Omontes Asema Onti Obia Mohuwa. As a normal, this is a serious catastrophe. Community, it's the problem with the media. And you know, say serious issues about my adim anopa we so of video no not the air course no I stop listening to morning shows because say who can who be radio na home say it normal air course money of all the things this
is what people can but say, and now some issue be I've forgotten what issue it was. Serious scandal and a partner city of more kind. Anyway, but now Aqua is a friend say chairman so
but you can't tell how me fear and say almost 18 Kwalabi into the system.
Okay, media no.
If we don't dismantle them, and I'm sure say Ghana will become a gang state at a point because Oman will say Aman for whom and on you know ebi na free mu aseda akose MPP government nimu ebi nimu nyanko shemu omo tete and omo cropping kola afoforo ba. If we don't take care and dismantle that machinery, omo be force us to another criminal like Akufo-Addo Aba, and that will be the end of Ghana.
Exactly. I totally agree with you, and that's what I'm saying. That is why
because now they are training them.
Exactly.
Only they say they train on the mom. Omo call ICGC. Sorry. Dominion. Danka Williams no. Omo introduce omo CSO so. Omo policy omo kakra.
Ebi na kojo upon kuma pesa wo yen. Omo policy. Also for a long time kojo upon kuma on kasa. So what here? Yeah. For a long time. Also on kasa. Yes, because you know, and what proper now. Yes, what on social media. To be very something Jimmy Fu. Who kojo upon kuma. We feel media mu buy. And can we be representing the media? Ama ko for who say wo watching once mu
all the church will be a media for omoni abane nya adwen omo nchi
who say who watching once mu ye galam say kono covid sika e bedi unto you what ministry when we read the COVID audit report how he was taking the COVID money to pay his people undeserving allowances, how they chopped the COVID money. Who could up on Chroma, who called for, sir? Say, what started polishing home? No, we're chilling powder, no, I bet if you did so. Now, you are quite, not the Ghana flag is signature of a president. You see, and if say, Nanya don't, not Chrome say, or be a president.
But in American, the danger is that me omo training omo nkola in the media system because at a omo year na so kwa omo be kwa fa another kwasia baako about 20-30 years edinaba now so that is where they will finish the country
anything I am putting my money sa no you be finish your class on master
because
you putting my money and ko do pon kroma abujina ponu and abujina ponu wo hye no you should the time with team the council we me na so mo na president on be
president ni dey no say wo be di afa but so be say o ma no
come na dabi wo adwene wo mu trim and bonu do aban go be mo be president okroma say yeah pene no be come na one na better say ama ko do pon kroma be president okroma say why ko do pon kroma
ya na say we be ko do ko na make say come na ya we are Ghana better no come straight
come na we say
and ya do be ya be ko awu
hwe na people like ko do pon kroma
ya be ka say
power say live on
Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. All right, thank you so much. CD About Center, we are grateful certificate about. We are grateful, and I feel so now. Say Nkoma Eclipse Collateral. No Siabo, we are out.